Round one, fight!
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Tournament Fights. This is number 87. This is our Best Moves of 2018 Championship. So after two parts, a part one and a part two, we are finally down to our championship, which will consist of the Sweet 16 from part one and the Sweet 16 from part two. Made it to this championship. So we got a half bracket tonight of 32, and it should be fun because of the randomizer, you got some interesting movies that actually made it, and maybe some ones that maybe should have made it that didn't, and a lot of that is due to the panels, the randomizer, just a lot of things like different people's movie tastes, all of that stuff. So yeah, but I am your host for tonight, Jordan, the movie hero Anderson, and I'm excited to finally crown a champion, and also because it's a ladder series, which I don't have it listed in the title tonight, but it is still a ladder series. The Elite Eight from this episode will go on to face the movies of 2017. So I like to have a little fun to see how far these movies can actually make it. And also, too, I'm just going to read down a little list of the Elite Eight that were the Elite Eight from our 2019 episode that made it to this episode. There's no guarantee any of these made it all the way to the championship, but maybe a couple of them did. We'll see. But those movies were Ford v Ferrari, Uncut Gems, Marriage Story, Booksmart, Avengers Endgame, Midsommar, The Peanut Butter Falcon, and 1917. So those movies could potentially show up here. So, but yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll introduce our panel for tonight. And we have two people that will be joining us anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes. We got Austin Pez coming in after work, and also Chance Ellison tonight. So yeah, they'll be here shortly. But I'll start with Mr. Wolfman. Michael Wolfman, how's it going?
What is up, everyone? Oh, championship night. Excited. Time to see what 2018 or 2019 movie takes the championship. I'm very excited. We've got some great ones in the finals. Yeah.
Well, we started off a little slow with the part one. We had some very mediocre, maybe some duds, but then it kind of picked up as we got to the end of part one and got into part two. So yeah, we'll see how these movies stack up and reveal which ones made it. If you tuned into part one and part two, you already know which ones made it. But if not, it'll be a surprise. So it'll be a fun reveal. So we'll also have Mr. Steven Shepard. How's it going? And you are muted, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. I was eating. I didn't want people to.
Oh, yeah.
No, make it an ASMR stream.
Yeah, right. Some people like ASMR. Yeah. Well.
Yeah, no. Yep, looking forward to this. I thought 2018 was a pretty good year.
It was, what I thought. But then everyone
Yeah.
decided to put the not good movies on the bracket, and it was
That's
like,
part of the fun of it is like just put in the good with the bad and just kind of seeing which ones get matched up. You never know. So so yeah, but then we also have joining us the Z-Man, Mr. Zaddeus Smith. How's it going?
Going well. What's going on, everybody? Thanks for having me on here, man. Really interested in seeing how this shakes out. I purposely missed didn't watch part one or two just to see how the championship was going. I didn't want anything to influence my thoughts before. So
right.
Good.
It's going to be all gravy, but I don't know. I'm a little scared now.
Hey, the Z-Man and the Wolfman. At least we have to be on the same page.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll go ahead and reveal it because Malcolm Lay, he was on part 1 and part 2. He couldn't make it tonight. He was nice enough to make the bracket, so he made it. I was running it, so I have not seen any of the matches. I don't know what's going to be matched up, but just real quick before we do that, just to kind of break it down for anyone who might be tuning in, for some first timers. How it's going to work tonight is we're going to have a tournament of 32 tonight. It'll be a half bracket, and we're just going to simply go round by round. We're going to vote of which one we like better, which one we think deserves to move on. This is tournament fights, so you can vote for literally any reason that you want. I usually, for these yearly ones, I like to play a little more serious and go with the ones that I really do like, because I want to see certain ones, how far they can make it. Like the ones from the Elite 8 that are holdovers from the previous match. I like to kind of see if they can make it maybe a couple of tournaments in. We'll see. But yeah, we just vote, and then you can vote for any reason though. It's up to you. And yeah, there's really not too much else to it. If we have any ties, we have a tiebreaker procedure that we'll get to when we get to it. If we have any ties, and yeah, the turn order always goes with the person that ends up at the bottom of the ladder once I bring up the bracket here. So I'm going to go ahead and
usually
bring up that bracket.
Usually I'm always on the bottom of that. So.
Yeah.
Hey, not this time.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, this time you're kind of near the top, so nice. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and I say, let me just get a quick adjustment so I can. It displays a little better for me, because
this is what we got. It's like
it's
like guess the movie type thing. You have to guess what movies that are behind.
Yeah, you got to guess. All right, everyone put their guesses in for.
Den of Thieves. Den of Thieves. Best movie of 2018.
Mandy. Ted Pascal is a masterpiece.
No. We just do a big reveal for the first one. So we got it here. We got Halloween 2018 with going up against The House with the Clock in its walls. So both of these made the championship. So we'll start with Zaddeus, since you're on the bottom. Which one you want to vote for here?
This one's definitely an easy one for me. It's definitely going to my boy, my main man, Michael Myers, with Halloween 2018. This movie really reinvigorated. I love Halloween is my favorite horror movie franchise, and this movie really reinvigorated my joy for the franchise, no matter how much kills came by and killed it. But that's another story.
And then reinvigorated it, right?
Yeah, This one was a great movie. Even though it cut some of the timelines, I love this movie. This is a great one. So
yeah. And Austin making it just in time for the first matchup, so you haven't missed much.
I'm here. All right.
Yeah.
It was okay.
Back at the bottom.
The Hendersonville Police Department has about 3 cars every night, and a whole bunch of them sped off in the other direction, so I knew I could speed right through all the way home with no problem.
Nice.
If something happens, the entire overnight police department goes to it, so there's nobody around.
Nice.
Wow. Something to do. All right.
What's the fun of living in a small town? That happens to me sometimes.
I was driving out of town today, and for like a good 30 or maybe 20-30 minutes, there was like a big car accident that happened ahead of us. So we were all like police cars everywhere, and it was just like everyone had to be stuck in a line for like 20 minutes.
Well, there's like 3 cop cars on the overnight shift, right? So even if somebody gets pulled over for speeding, all the cop cars show up to that one thing. So there's nobody anywhere else. So you're good. Small town.
For me, my problem is that they're doing construction on every other damn road here. So it's like they got half the road shut down. Like literally my neighborhood has 4 ways to get out of it, and 3 of them are blocked off. So we got one way in and out. So that's fun. But yeah, so Zaddeus, he voted for Halloween, so we'll
Halloween.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
Which one do you want to go for here?
I like David Gordon Green when he sticks to indie dramas. But whenever he seems to veer off that, he just doesn't work for me. I did not care for the first Halloween. I did like Halloween Kills. I haven't seen Halloween Ends yet. But the first one,
it's great.
I haven't seen the house with a clock in its walls, but I'll go for that one since Kate Blanchett's in it. Love her, and I think the only Eli Roth movie I've seen is Hostel, but I like that one. So I'll go with The House with a Clock in its Walls.
Yeah, for some reason I always forget Kate Blanchett is in there, even though she's on the poster. It's like
Yeah.
you gotta kind of squint to tell it's her sometimes. but Wolfman, what do
I
you
really
think?
need to see The House of the Clock on the Walls because Kate Blanchett's my favorite actress, and I haven't seen it. And I'm just like, what?
It's got some like goofy horror stuff near the end of it too. Like there's some disturbing like little horror things he throws in there. Like there's like dolls with like human faces on them. Like it's really disturbing, like weird stuff. Yeah, so you should see it.
Those kid doll kid horror can be terrifying, man.
Yes.
Just saying.
Yeah.
It can, yeah.
But yeah. So when it comes to Halloween 2018, I've said my thoughts for Steven, you'd actually be interested. The reason why Halloween Ends is the best of the trilogy is because it feels like
just don't even start.
Is because it feels like David Gordon Green going back to an indie drama. It literally feels like an indie drama.
Yeah, what an unsatisfying conclusion to what he set up in the first two Halloween movies.
That is what's really nice. So, but with Halloween 2018, I've told you before, the film is okay for me, but it's just the jokes. You don't need that many jokes in a Halloween film. It's supposed to be a dark franchise. It's not Friday the 13th. And so I just wasn't really a big fan of that direction that Danny McBride added to the script. And so for me, I haven't seen The House on Clockwork Walls, but you know what? I'm sure its jokes are meant to be there because it's like it's advertised as a horror like kids comedy rather than the Halloween 2018, which was advertised as a dark, serious turn for the franchise, and then went and gave us cheesy one-liners and like bad jokes about condiments and stuff. So it's just I was not as big on Halloween 2018 as some others were.
Which one are you voting for then?
Oh, I said House with the Clock on Walls, just because that at least felt
sounds good. Yeah,
2 votes for people who haven't even seen it. Excellent.
Yeah.
All right, good. What a championship. All right. First of all slasher movies have characters that make bad jokes and puns. You should know that, Wolfman. You're a horror fan. And secondly, there's not that many in that. And yeah, David Gordon Green is great when he's setting up a conclusion, and then he doesn't know how to stick the landing. So I'm scared for his exorcism. First one will probably be great, and the last ones will suck. So, but having said that, Halloween 2018 is excellent. My second favorite Halloween movie, pretty easily. Halloween Kills is right behind it, and it's pretty great.
Even over Halloween 4? Halloween 4 is great.
I like both of them over Halloween 4, and I like Halloween 4. But House of the Clock and Walls is good. I have seen it. Saw it on IMAX. Solid movie. One of Eli Roth's better movies, but Halloween 2018 is better.
Yeah. Well, for me, like I thought that the House with the Clock in its Walls was fine. I feel like it's only in the championship because it had an easy path to the championship. I feel like, but I mean, it's not really like best of 2018. No, hardly. Like it's fun. It's got some cool fantasy elements. It's got some cool horror stuff. It's probably maybe the best Eli Roth directed movie, but that's not saying a lot. But yeah. The Halloween 2018 is great though. Like I actually really I did this. Still haven't seen Halloween Ends, but I do like it better than Halloween Kills. So I'll vote for Halloween. So
all right, 3-2 for Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween. All right, then we got Midsommar going up against Mission Impossible Fallout. Ooh. Now here's a good matchup.
Here's a good match.
Like two totally different movies, but Steven, what do you think here?
I'll go with the one I've seen, Mission Impossible Fallout.
Yeah.
You should see Midsommar. It's really good.
Yeah.
Especially the director's cut, if you can apply it.
Yeah. Well, Wolfman, what do you think?
Ooh, so yeah, this is a tough one because I think both of these movies are like exceptional. I think Mission Impossible Fallout is the best Mission Impossible movie, hands down, and I think that it's also the and that's saying a lot. Because I actually love that franchise. It's not like by a landslide, but it's the best Mission Impossible film, and just one of the best action films of like that decade period. And then Midsommar is one of the best like cult like witch movies, if you want to say that, of all time. So I think it's like one of the best folk horror movies of all time. That's the genre. It is absolutely excellent. And the way I'm voting here is I want a Hereditary versus Midsommar match at some point. So tonight, if we can get that. So that's why I will lean towards Midsommar.
Yeah. Sounds good. Austin.
Yeah, this is tough because you have Midsommar, which is one of the best sort of cult, folklore movies probably since the original Wicker Man in '73, which I love that movie, and it's one of the best of that genre, kind of subgenres of horror. But yeah, Fallout is great, and I've loved the last 3 or 4 Mission Impossible movies. I think they're all top notch, and they're some of the best of the action. I'm just going to go with the logic of the one I saw more times in theaters, which is Fallout. I saw it twice, and I've seen it a couple of times at home. I've only gone to Midsommar at home once, just to kind of reanalyze it. So just basing on the ones I've seen more times and I've kind of lived with more, I'm going to go Fallout.
Yeah. Well, I think for me, like, because I love both these movies, but for me, like, I put Fallout as like my third and favorite, and some days maybe even fourth favorite, because I like Ghost Protocol and Rogue Nation both better. And there's some days where I even like Mission Impossible 3, maybe even Mission Impossible 1. Like, I'm a big defender of the original one too. So I mean,
you're really not a fan of Fallout.
Yeah. So like, I mean, but I'm still a fan of it because like all these movies are just so good. I mean, number 2 is still a good action movie. Like, maybe not as good as a Mission Impossible, but for just like a generic action movie, maybe it's not so bad. So,
well, the good news is that on Friday, Jordan, we can talk about it as a franchise when it's in our franchise championship.
Yeah.
We can compare movie for movie and as a whole franchise.
Right. Yep. So, and Midsommar, like, for a horror movie, like, I would say almost a masterpiece. Like this movie blew me away. Like, it's one of those ones that just sticks with you, visceral, or that was very visceral for me. And especially like whenever I see that little triangle shaped building, just that building alone just like really creeps me out. Like I've literally seen that exact building in my nightmares. Like I have for real. So I got to go with Midsommar. So Zaddeus.
Okay, so it's 2-2, and it comes down to me. I was hoping I was hoping we wouldn't do it this early, but I'll just start out by saying this. When it comes to horror movies, I really like to stay in one lane when it comes to horror movies, and that's like slasher type type of horror movies, cult type of movies. And so basically, I have never seen Midsommar, and I don't really like to go in the cult direction, but sometimes I can feel like that can be too realistic. And then the demon direction, spirits, I just don't like messing around with that. So I'm definitely going to follow up with this one. And kind of like Wolfman said, like, I wouldn't say it's my favorite one of the franchise, but in the Mission Impossible franchise, besides maybe 2 of them, they're all probably like top notch, like right up their movies in my book. So I like the whole franchise as a whole. And I thought was a great. It's not the last movie, but to say that was like the 6th one, I think, in the franchise. It's spectacular still, and that's a hard thing to do. It hasn't gone full Fast and Furious yet, but I'm glad. I'm glad to see it. So
I don't think it will, because he actually says he's going to end it after these.
Yeah, they need to end it after the 2. In fact, actually, after these last 2 Mission Impossible movies, Tom Cruise says he's stepping away from action for like a very long time because he wants to focus on.
Well, that and he said he's like 60 years old now. He's getting he's in good shape, but it's like physically tough for him to do as he gets older.
It's time to stop running.
Hey, I'll give him credit. If he knows when to stop and he goes out on a high note, then good for you. Like Breaking Bad, 5 and done, goes out on a high note. You know what I mean? Like if they know when to stop, they know when to stop. Good for you. Don't run it into the ground like Fast and Furious has done, and continues to run it into the ground.
Like he's going on top like a Michael Jordan type because
Fast and Furious should have ended after 7.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
It should have after Paul Walker died. They should have just ended it there. I'm sorry, they just should have. Period. Do spin-offs, whatever, but the main movies should have ended.
They literally drove off into the sunset.
It was a great ending. It was a great ending for the franchise.
Better ending
than
that.
Yeah, that would have been perfect. But I do feel like Tom Cruise, though, he's like one of the last remaining like true like movie stars where you literally go out to see the movie just for him alone. There may be like maybe a handful of like 5 to 10, but like he's one of the last few. So yeah, but it'll be Mission Impossible Fallout.
So Midsommar had a good run on the latter series, but it's coming to an end.
You're not going to get Hereditary.
Yeah,
Midsommar.
Yeah.
Which I'm kind of sad about because I was hoping that they would move on to the Elite 8. But which
by the way, shout out to Florence Pugh has a new movie that just dropped on Netflix today. So.
Nice.
It's a period piece though, so also
all right.
Okay,
Blind Spotting.
Blind Spotting versus 1917. Oh man,
1917.
This is easy.
Man, some of these movies deserve to move on, but they're not going to. Okay, well, it'll be Wolfman first.
Like, don't get me wrong, I love 1917. I thought it was really, really well done. And very like on a technical level, it was really well done. But the emotional impact of Blind Spotting mixed in with some of the technical things that they do in that movie, as well as just the message being so important and timely. Like Blind Spotting to me is one of the best movies of that decade period. 1917 was just a very good war movie. Blind Spotting is one of the best movies of that decade, period, point blank. So that's why I've got to go with Blind Spotting because that movie's just exceptional.
Yeah. Well, Austin?
I've seen Blind Spotting, and I think I said this on the other show. I think it's really good. I'm not at the point where it's like one of my favorite movies ever or anything like that. I thought it was good. I need to live with it a little longer, probably see it again, give it some time, watch it again. I thought it was really solid. 1917 I've watched a couple of times. Because it's an experience. It's a true experience. It's a true filmmaking journey. I think it's one of the best movies. It's probably why it's hung on for this long. I think it's one of the best movies to come out in the last 10 years. 1917 gets it for me.
Yeah. Well, this one's tough because this could be a championship match for me. Like both these movies are seriously that good. And they both are in my top 128 of all time. But there's one that's way, way higher, and that's Blind Spotting. That movie just absolutely blew me away. I just love how they do all the racial stuff without beating you over the head with it. And then that ending rap scene is just so powerful. And then you also have some really cool things about friendship and family and all that stuff. So, yeah, it's really, really solid. Like it's like one that like I've only seen it twice now, but the first time that I saw it, I was just like man, like that movie's gonna be like in my like top like at least like 50 if not higher. And then I thought about it and it made my top 20. So yeah, it'll be Blind Spotting for me. But 1917, it's a great theater experience, and if you haven't seen it, just watch it on the biggest screen you possibly can with the best sound because it deserves that.
So just come over to my house, watch it on my 75.
Yeah. See, I feel like that would be a detriment. That would be a detriment almost because then it's like it won't be the same on a television as like it would.
Not necessarily, but enough people have big enough TVs and sound systems to where it still works pretty well. Yeah, I'm not saying what I'm saying is, and I think what we're all saying, don't watch it on your phone.
Yeah.
No,
don't do that.
It's not a movie for your phone. There's some movies where you can watch on a phone, you'll be okay. But
for your phone or like an iPad, no.
Yeah, no, not that movie.
No.
Yeah, but Zaddeus, what do you think?
Look, hey, Wolf, I watched Thanksgiving on my phone. I was okay.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Really, that like tech heavy kind of.
I know, yeah, that movie experience, I didn't need to watch it on a big screen. I was fine. Okay, let's just put it that way.
Hey, you're going to on Sunday unless you.
Yeah, I know. I already did.
Or tomorrow.
That's a tangent for post show. Post show plugs.
I haven't seen either of these two movies, but I do remember and I still want to, now that it's back in my memory, I want to see Blind Spotting more after its initial run that I did want to see 1917. So I'm going Blind Spotting.
Yeah.
I need to see it now still.
Yeah. Sounds good. Well, Steven, you're going to have some power. You can tie it up or you can.
But Zaddeus, you wrote for Blind Spotting, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it wouldn't be a tie. So
yeah, that's a Blind Spotting hard to go through. But which one would you have voted for, I guess?
1917 is a singular technical achievement, and I think it's just a flat out great. So I'd go with 1917.
Yeah, but
by the way, I don't know if you guys watched it, but it is in German, so there are subtitles. But it's very worth it. If you love 1917, I highly recommend the new All Quiet on the Western Front.
That looks excellent.
Is very much like
is that the one that just came out on Netflix?
Yeah, it's very good and very much like 1917 in that putting you in the war.
It's a movie like that they need to release in theaters. Come on, get with it.
Yeah, I was so mad that it was on Netflix.
But we have Green Book versus Upgrade. So, Austin, you're first. So.
Yeah, this one's a little easier for me. Again, I don't think Green Book is a terrible movie. I just think it's probably one of those movies that we're going to look on like Crash and be like, really? Did that movie won Best Picture? Really? And we're going to – so I don't know. I think it's going to be one of those. It's fine. It's all right. I just think it's going to feel really dated in a couple of years and just kind of out of touch. I think Upgrade and what Lee Winnell did with that, he took a couple of different sort of premises and mixed them together, but in a good way. It's great action. It's got a nice kind of Twilight Zone-y sci-fi premise. It's got some nice little twists and turns, and it kind of even did the Venom voice in the head thing better than Venom. So I'm going to go Upgrade.
Yeah. It's a good comparison about Venom. Yeah, I like that comparison because the guy even almost looks like Tom Hardy kind of. So
it's very close.
Like Logan Marshall Green or whatever his name is. Yeah, but Green Book's good, but Best Picture, no, that's not. But I mean, it is. I just don't think that it did. I should have won for it, but there's also other movies that even should have been nominated that didn't get nominated. This is just a weird year for the Oscars for me. But Upgrade though, it's awesome. I watched it for the first time about a week or two ago, and so I'm pretty fresh on it. And it blew me away. It's really, really solid. And I like this poster too that Malcolm came up with. He came up with a few cool alternate posters here. So and yeah, it's a fun sci-fi movie, fun action movie, just fun kind of mystery almost too. So yeah, and it's just really badass with some of the fight scenes and all that. So yeah, I'll go Upgrade. All right, Zaddeus.
Yeah, it's definitely easy for me. Upgrade was just fun and a badass type of movie. Never seen Green Book. Never really wanted to see it. And I heard about how it was. I heard it was overhyped. And I'm like, don't need to see it. So
yeah, well, we have joining us Chance Ellison. What's up, Chance?
Hello.
Hey, so if you want to throw in a vote here, we're voting on Green Book versus Upgrade. So
is this the first one?
No, this is the third one. We can scroll back up and show you what's going on. We're not too far. We're not too far in. So
we had Blind Spotting over 1917.
That shouldn't count. They didn't come out in 2018.
It's a ladder series, Chance. We're doing a series. We're going back.
Yeah, it's a ladder series where there's 8 movies from years past that advance here. So yeah. So we got that.
Okay.
But
So
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
doing a thing where like we started in 2020. The elite 8 from each group, from 2020 moved on,
Yeah.
and the best ones faced even the best from 2019. And if they made it, they made it. If they didn't, they didn't. So some of them have been knocked out already. Some of them. The idea is to see how long some of these great movies can hang on even against other years' movies.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
idea. Not all of them.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
if there's a handful of ones that are good enough to make it. So
Yeah.
so it hung on this long, but Blindspotting beat it.
Yeah.
So
But
far.
then we have Mission Impossible Fallout that beat Midsommar, which is
Which
another
is
one.
another ladder series that hung on.
I'm surprised that one hung on.
Yeah. And then we have
Great.
Halloween 2018 beat House with a Clock in its Wall, which, to be fair, that one had an easy run to the championship. It's just the randomizer that it made it.
Everything's random,
But, yeah.
so in the first 2 parts. So some of them had a little
Yeah.
easier routes than other routes.
Yeah.
So that's what's gone down so far. But if you want to vote on the current one we're doing Green Book versus Upgrade right now.
Yeah.
Upgrade, move on.
What do you got here? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
basically
even
how
hate
the
Green
rest
Book,
of
but
us
upgrade,
are
move
going.
on.
Yeah. That's what it's been so
Well,
far, but we gotta still go around the horn, Steven.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought this movie got cut. Was like the list you gave me not stuff that got cut?
I might have forgot to remove one of them, I think.
You removed a
Yeah.
lot of stuff because both of these are on that list.
Okay, well, they shouldn't have been. So yeah, no, they
All
both made it. Yeah, but Steven?
Yeah, Green Book is perfectly fine, decent, but it was like the safe choice for Best Picture. Obviously, there were better options. I'll also go for Upgrade. I don't think Upgrade is great, but it's enjoyable for what it is.
Yeah.
It's a better Venom than the actual Venom we got that year.
That's what we just said.
I know,
Oddly
right?
enough, that's what we were saying right before. It's even got the Tom Hardy lookalike and the better voice in the head.
I don't disagree with that, actually.
Yeah. Well, Wolfman, what do you think?
Green Book, it's fine, and yeah, I agree with everyone. Didn't deserve Best Picture, but after talking to that Academy member and her telling me what was second place, I'm actually very grateful Green Book won, because I don't know how I would handle Bohemian Rhapsody winning Best Picture. That would have just that would have been no. But
Weird.
to me though, Upgrade was just one of the biggest surprises of that year. I was kind of blown away by it, honestly. Like the action, just the story was really well done. I was big into Upgrade, so Upgrade for me.
Yeah. So it'll be Upgrade. Moving on. So up next we have Vice, which I think another 20.
How the hell did this get here?
Yeah. Vice,
that's what I was saying too, Chance. I
love
literally was
Simon.
like,
Yeah.
what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Because it's a good movie.
No, it's not.
No, it isn't.
Well, according to some
It
people,
is.
but
It is.
No.
but
Not a good
well, it'll be me first, and I mean, I gotta just vote for it because I haven't seen Love, Simon. It's one of 3 blind spots on this list that I have, and so I can't really say anything about it. So I gotta go Vice, which I thought was decent. I didn't love it. The main thing that I love were the performances, but the writing was didn't really work for me. So, but Chance,
Hey, I'm gonna do a bombshell revelation on you guys. Ready for this? Dick Cheney, not a good dude. I know, like what a shock, right?
What
Yeah.
a shock. The movie
What a
makes
shock.
that point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
it does.
that's it. Like it's just telling us what we already know. We already know Cheney fucking
Yeah.
sucks. Like
Yeah.
it's just that blended with Adam McKay's now. I guess now like very particular brand of smug filmmaking, which I just don't jive with. I don't think it is worse,
Yeah.
but like this movie is just it's like every movie he's made since then, like The Big Short, but like infinitely worse. So
Yep.
whereas Love, Simon, I actually think is like a really good teen coming of age comedy, especially great representation for the LGBT community. So I would definitely give Love, Simon the edge in this one.
Yeah. Well, Zaddeus, what do you think?
Yeah, this is another time where I haven't seen either of these 2 movies, but I know I did not want to see Vice. Well, with Love, Simon, I just never got the opportunity to catch it. Still haven't seen it, but I would still see Love, Simon before I see Vice. So Love, Simon for me.
Yeah. Well, Steven, what do you say?
Love Simon's one of my favorite movies of that year. I love Love Simon. Vice was I don't dislike Vice. It's okay. There's an okay movie with a few great performances, but Love, Simon is definitely better.
Yeah.
And it's got my girl Jennifer Garner in it.
Yeah, that's true.
And Josh Duhamel too, which is like
yeah. Well, Wolf, what do you think?
Yeah, like Steven said, the only really good thing about Vice, honestly, is the performances. Like Christian Bale is phenomenal in it. There's a lot of great performances in it, but I agree, like with what like Chance was saying, the filmmaking. I loved Adam McKay. Do the other guys again. Do like Step Brothers again. Please.
No,
do
please.
Like
Love of God. Never make them Step Brothers. Never.
Yes.
Step Brothers
I
is
freaking love Step
fantastic.
Brothers.
Okay, I love Step Brothers. There's like go back to those kind of comedies, Anchorman, stuff like that, because these like The Big Short that one was really good, but then I don't know what it was. It's like Vice and Don't Look Up has just been like complete. I can't handle it. It's like a headache of a movie. It's like and Love, Simon was very beautiful, very charming. I've watched it so many times. I think Love, Simon, I was very much able to relate to it as well. So I think Love, Simon is something that is it was one of the best movies that year. Vice was like, no. So I'll go with since I love Simon, I will take Love, Simon.
Yep. Well, Austin.
Yeah, the only thing I like about Vice is all of it. Because it's really good, and I love that. I've loved everything Adam McKay's done since his comedies. I dig The Big Short a lot. I think Vice is really good. I like Don't Look Up. Thought it was solid, and I don't know. I don't see what's not to love. Really great performances, good writing. I love movies about kind of colluding in the back rooms and politics and stuff. I dig all that stuff, so I dug it. I'd vote for Vice.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Well, we got some love for Vice, but it'll be Love, Simon. Moving on. So
I haven't seen Don't Look Up, but
also,
I want to.
The screen name change.
It's bad.
You don't need to.
It's excellent. Excellent. Go watch it.
No, it's really not.
Literally,
you want to know what Don't Look Up is about? Hey, climate change? It's a bad thing. There.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You guys
Good thing is you
Don't Look Up.
Hey, Steven, you know what you can do? Watch it and decide for yourself.
And best thing is it should be free to watch, so that's the good part about it.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, Steven. Are you a fan of Ariana Grande?
I don't
That's enough.
really.
All right, because
really
literally her performance is the only like great part of that movie, and so if you're not into Ariana Grande, that's not going to help because that's like the only great part of that.
I don't.
Movie.
A lot of modern music, current music, is like I don't, doesn't do much for me. Or
Well, we got a matchup here. We got Wreck-It Ralph, that's just like an alternate poster that
Ralph breaks the internet. Yeah.
Wi-Fi.
That's the foreign poster. They call it Wi-Fi Ralph in New Zealand, but it's Ralph Breaks the Internet versus Peanut Butter Falcon was one of our previous ladder series hang-on. Chance is up first. Yeah, Chance is up first this time.
Between these two, I'd go Peanut Butter Falcon.
Okay.
Yeah. Sounds good. Zaddeus.
Yeah, well, I gotta go Peanut Butter Falcon. Like I can't remember it too much, but I remember when I seen it, I loved it. So I like Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet, but Peanut Butter Falcon, my love is still in here somewhere. So yeah, Peanut Butter Falcon.
Yeah, sounds good. Steven, what do you think?
Actually, I haven't seen either, but I loved the first Wreck-It Ralph, so I'll go with Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Sure, yeah. Wolfman.
So Ralph, I love the first Wreck-It Ralph. Ralph Breaks the Internet was like good. It was good. But it was not like anything really too special, honestly. I was like, that was just kind of low key for me. But Peanut Butter Falcon was awesome. I love that movie. That was one of the best movies of that year. So for me, I have to give it to Peanut Butter Falcon.
Yeah. Well, Austin?
Ralph Breaks the Internet. It was all right, goodish. And Peanut Butter Falcon, yay wrestling, and it's a good movie. So Peanut Butter Falcon.
I'm tired tonight. I legit thought you just said gay wrestling. I was like,
Said
whoa.
gay wrestling.
I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
I'm in.
That's a whole different movie. Yeah, a whole different. But yeah, for me, I actually like Rob Pick's Internet better than the first one. Like,
Same.
I have a lot of fun with it. Like the way that they just open up a whole new world, and he's kind of like doing the Google searches, like the
I don't think Opportunity is bad. I actually quite like Opportunity. I just think it's not as good as Peanut Butter Falcon. That's just,
That's fine.
It's the matchup. Like,
it's all about the matchups. Yeah, I mean,
if Robert was against Vice, I'd vote for that 1,000 times.
Yeah, right.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I'm the same way. Like, I was just gonna shout out that I like that they create all these different places they can go. They go to different games, different places with the thing with the Disney princesses, all that stuff. But the Peanut Butter Falcons was great. Like it's one that really surprised me. Like of how much I love this movie. So, and also giving someone with a mental disability the chance to kind of be almost like a leading role. So I'll champion that. So the Peanut Butter Falcon.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah.
Let's get it over.
Right.
So that'll hang on from our previous years. We got Creed 2.
Creed 2 going up against Black Klansman. All right. So Zaddeus first.
This feels racially charged.
Yeah.
you know what?
Maybe.
You know, I'll say this because even though I've never seen it. I want to see it, but I've never seen Black Klansman. And me and Creed 2 had kind of an iffy relationship at first. Like, I liked it, but I think I was trying to judge it too much based off of how much I love Creed. But I watched Creed 2 maybe about a month or two ago, and I realized just judging it on itself, I thought it was great. So I'm going with Creed 2.
Yeah. Sounds good. Steven, what do you think?
So Creed 2 managed to do something I didn't think was possible, which is make Drago interesting.
Sure.
So, but I mean, I do like Black Klansman a lot too, but I'm going to go with Creed 2.
Yeah. Well, Wolfman, what do you think?
Yeah, so the this one's kind of interesting because if I want to go for like a personal reason, like I said, the Creed and Rocky movies always are personal for me because me and my dad kind of sharing those memories together. And so Creed 2 is something that's kind of personal for me and my dad. But to me, if I'm looking at the better movie overall, I think Black Klansman, it was just one of the best movies that year. And if you're wanting a race movie to win Best Picture, this should have easily won over Green Book. Just saying. It's just and so like I thought Black Klansman was honestly Spike Lee's best film since maybe Do the Right Thing. So it was
better than Malcolm X.
Oh, Malcolm X, yeah. I don't know why that one just skipped my mind for whatever reason. I love Malcolm X. So it's probably his best since Malcolm X. Thank you for reminding me of that, Steve. But yeah, so I thought Black Klansman was awesome. So
And 25th Hour.
Yeah.
25th Hour was good.
Actually,
I was gonna say I like Black Klansman. That was probably the one that I liked the most since He Got Game. I really like He Got Game.
That's another one I still have to see. I actually haven't seen He Got Game.
Because I rewatched that for a basketball show, and I thought that was
Inside
really
Man is really good too, actually.
That's my second pick.
Inside Man's really good. I like that one.
Yeah, but
Austin,
if I'm going with the ones I'm more passionate about. I've watched Creed 2 3 or 4 times because it makes for a great double feature with the Rocky IV director's cut, and it's awesome. It's great, and I don't know. I just watch it more and like it more. Creed 2.
Yeah. I think both of these are really, really solid. Like I really like both these movies. I think that the Black Klansman kind of puts like a little bit of some humor to this like crazy dark tale of like the KKK and all that. And I think Adam Driver and John David Washington, they're both great. Even Topher Grace just playing the David Duke, like he kind of plays it pretty well. I mean, I don't know much about the guy, but I listened to some interviews of like he really studied and like tried to get in the mindset of that guy before he played it. So because I'm not always the biggest Topher Grace fan, but I really like him in this here. But Creed 2, is my second favorite Rocky movie overall. My favorite Rocky 2. This is my second favorite one. So I think I got to give it to Creed 2.
Rocky 2 is my dad's favorite Rocky movie, so that's kind of
nice. A chance? What do you think?
I hate all of you, except for you all. All of you are in all because I know my doesn't matter, but like Black Klansman's fucking excellent. Like this is not like a damn Creed 2. I really like Creed 2. Creed 2 is really good. I like the focus that they put on the character of Adonis. But Black Klansman is just like an incredible piece of filmmaking from Spike Lee, which is like, he's been lacking for a very long time. It's been a lot of like I've really loved the Spike Lee movie as well. But this is just such a great bounce back. Adam Driver's phenomenal and John David Washington phenomenal. This is my favorite movie of 2018, and we're literally losing it to a Creed sequel. This is sad.
Yep.
This is sad.
Yep.
You should all feel bad.
Great sequel. Moving on. Yep.
Hey, you put Black Klansman up against Ralph Breaks the Internet on a random. I'm voting for it all day.
Well, and by the way, I have a crazy hot take. All right, this is like the Dick Cheney thing. I have a crazy hot take to tell you guys. All right, the KKK sucks.
Oh yeah,
but it goes in that more. It does that look more interestingly than it does than Vice did.
No, it does. Yeah. It does much more interesting.
Hey, put Black Klansman up against Vice and vote for Black Klansman. But that wasn't the match.
Yeah, right.
Sorry.
Same.
I like Creed 2
Again,
more.
this feels racially charged. I'm not gonna.
No
Racially
Watson, you
okay.
probably would have voted for Black Klansman.
But we got a documentary, They Shall Not Grow Old, going up against Hereditary. All right. So, and it'll be Steven first.
Steven.
So.
Yeah.
I'll go with Hereditary.
Okay.
Yeah. Wolfman?
So, They Shall Not Grow Old was actually a film I'm amazed my local theater, which usually gets crap, actually got They Shall Not Grow Old, like this indie documentary about like World War One, and I was like, wow, I was very impressed. So I went to go see it. Thought it was really well done. Peter Jackson did a great job on it. But man, Hereditary, that film is still seared in my brain. There is some imagery in that film that still haunts me to this day. And then it's like right when I'm about to forget about it, I watch like something that reminds me that the scene exists, and I'm like, oh fuck me. And then this is like back in my head and I can't get it out. So it's like that film has stuck with me for such a long time, and it is still a travesty to this day that Toni Collette did not get nominated when she should have won the Oscar that year. Just saying, she should have won it, and she was not nominated. So
Yeah.
it was,
I would agree,
So
Yeah.
Well, there was another Oscar crime that They Shall Not Grow Old wasn't even nominated for Best Documentary. That's a crime too.
Yeah.
it is.
And it should have probably won, or at least should have been up against Won't You Be My Neighbor, at least.
My neighbor, yeah.
At
That wasn't
least.
nominated either.
That's what I mean. Like,
Such a
what do
sucky
you
year for
guys
documentaries.
Yeah. What are we doing?
I watched all the documentaries that year.
Yeah.
There's only one other good one. All right. There's only like one good one in that category. I was like, you fucking could have had room for
Yeah.
Won't You Be My
How
Neighbor.
did those two not even make it in the
Like,
nominations? I don't
It was
understand.
just like it was
Yeah.
ridiculous.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen it, but Three Identical Strangers sounded interesting.
It got snubbed.
That was great.
Yeah.
What about Free
Yeah.
Solo? Was that nominated?
Yeah, that was.
But that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
the
like,
next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was.
Yeah.
I thought that was 2018.
But yeah, all those that came out, they all came out in theaters. I saw them all. They were all great. They all should have been nominated. Great. But anyways,
It was not nominated. I thought that was nominated. That's kind of crazy.
this is
Yeah.
insane. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
insane.
What was it
I don't know what
documentary that year?
Yeah, something I'd never seen and I've never heard of.
Oh no, that
Weird year for the
was the
Oscars.
year of Free Solo.
Yeah,
that was right.
Because Free Solo won, and that was like the only. I watched all 5 of them because I was like, okay, what could possibly be better than Won't You Be My Neighbor? And I watched all 5 of them, and Free Solo was like the only one that was actually.
I really loved Mind in the Gap. I think Mind in the Gap's excellent.
Oh wait, Mind in the Gap was nominated. Okay, if that
It
was
was.
nominated,
Wait,
then
so you know-
I do love. Okay, that was 2 of them because I do love Mind in the Gap, but
So you didn't care for Three Identical Strangers?
That wasn't nominated.
that was
Oh,
nominated.
wasn't
No.
it? Oh,
Yeah. No.
Should have been great.
Yeah, it should have been. Yeah. But
But yeah, anyways, They Shall Not Grow Old. Yeah, it's really good. Saw it with my dad. We both enjoyed it. But yeah, kind of like Wolfman, I saw Hereditary in the theater and it stuck with me since then. I've only watched it one other time since then, just because it's such a taxing, kind of jarring movie to sit down and watch. But it's well worth it. Yeah, great writing, great imagery, great performances all throughout the whole movie. I got to go with Hereditary because it's just stuck with me so much.
Yeah, and I think that They Shall Not Grow Old is really solid. Like I really like what Peter Jackson did, just kind of bringing this old footage to life, like giving it some color, giving it maybe a little more movement, that kind of thing. Like it actually worked really, really well, and it's fun to see. But yeah, it's no Hereditary. Like Hereditary just had some images, that just really stuck with me, like some things involving the son and the daughter both, and then Toni Collette, her performances was amazing. So yeah, I'll give it to Hereditary.
All right,
Chance.
Wolf hit on the head. Like They Shall Not Grow is really good, but Hereditary is excellent. So still, I mean, there's only done two, but still my favorite Ari Aster movie, and Toni Collette's phenomenal in the film. So yeah.
Zaddeus?
Yeah, so glad it doesn't matter for me because I haven't seen either of these movies, but I have seen one specific scene from Hereditary, and I think it's hilarious, even though it shouldn't be.
Is it the telephone pole?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Funny. It's so messed up, but it's so funny.
It's not funny like when you watch the whole movie in context, but maybe
especially when you hear Toni Collette scream after it, and then you just like go to the shot of the head there covered in ants.
Covered in bugs.
Right. But when I saw it in the theater, there was like dead silence, like people were into it. So yeah.
It's a context thing. Hereditary.
I live in on like a college campus, and so like we get all those like dumb college kids. Sorry if y'all are that, but just like I was a dumb college kid, so I know it's like so. But yeah, I get all those dumb college kids going to movies, and it's like they will. And so I was watching Hereditary, and there was only like three other people in the theater, or like 3 or 4 other people, and like there was 2 couples. One couple was laughing through it, then the other couple was like afterwards like, what the fuck was that? And I was like,
good fucking movie is what it was.
It was kind of like a standard reaction. I
was like, forget you guys, right?
Yeah.
All right, Hereditary's moving on. We'll go to the next match.
Hereditary.
Which I feel bad for.
That's the end of that side.
Okay, good. All right, so half bracket. Moving on to the other side.
Making pretty good time.
Yeah.
So we got Uncut Gems going up against Into the Spider-Verse. All right.
So Uncut Gems was another. Uncut Gems was another. Just for anybody watching, Uncut Gems was another hanger-on from last year that made it very far. And and then you got Into the Spider-Verse. So there you go. All right. So Wolfman.
So
fuck, I'm first.
Yep.
Fuck.
Any time to think about it.
Because so I gotta look at it on this way. Like when I'm looking at the movie as a whole, I could maybe argue Uncut Gems is maybe the better like made film. Like it's the one that is like cinema, all that type of stuff for me. But like it is, like I've said before, I've literally only watched that movie once. Then I bought the Blu-ray, and I was like, "Why the fuck did I buy the Blu-ray? Because I'm like never gonna watch it again." It's so anxiety-inducing that I don't want to put myself through that so many times. And so it's like, but with Into the Spider-Verse, there's so much to catch from that film that I have watched that film countless numbers of times. And so if you're including just how many times I've seen Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, I have to say that for me personally. I think, but I love Uncut Gems, but as far as the rewatchability factor goes, Spider-Man takes it for me. So
yeah, this one's tough, but Austin.
So 2 movies that are tough to watch. Because Uncut Gems, gave me anxiety in the theater, but in a good way. And Spider-Man, as I've said before, this is just a me thing. The animation gave me a headache, and I got a migraine coming out of the theater. And I tried to rewatch it and did the same thing when I tried to rewatch it even at home. It's close. I recognize Spider-Verse is good, but I'm going to go Uncut Gems for this one.
Yeah. This one's tough for me. Like even someone who's a huge Spider-Man fan, like he's my favorite superhero of all time. can see the giant poster. It's like right there. That's Spider-Man stuff all over this room. But even so, though, like I really like it, and I appreciate what it did. But for like introducing new characters, and then like the way that it looks so much like a comic book. But like Uncut Gems just like blew me away, and I'm a big Adam Sandler fan, especially when he does dramatic roles. And then also, like I said before, that I can't not vote against my boy Kevin Garnett. He's my favorite basketball player of all time. They put him in this movie, and
Really,
so
Kevin Garnett?
yeah, Kevin Garnett.
I mean, like he's great. It's just like a weird pick for
Well, like I'm not gonna say that like he's the greatest of all time, but like he's my favorite just because of like how he worked so hard to get a championship. He finally had to go to like a super team to do it, but yeah, I'm gonna vote Uncut Gems.
I mean, Katie did the same thing, so
yeah. But Chance, what do you think?
This one's tough. I wouldn't be upset if the other moved on. I'm leaning Uncut Gems.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Zaddeus.
It's only because, man, this is tough. I've had it since Wolfman went, and I'm still conflicted. I'm sorry, dead air. What's the count right now?
Good.
I'm not going to tell you. Just vote.
Oh, come on.
That should not influence your decision.
I'm going for my second favorite movie of 2019 versus my third favorite movie of 2018. So I'm going Uncut Gems. I think that's an incredible movie. So yeah.
Yeah. Steven.
That hurts.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of A24 blind spots, a lot. And unfortunately, Uncut Gems is one of them. So because of that, I will give it to Into the Spider-Verse.
All right.
Yeah.
Which is fun. I don't think it's as great as people say it is, but it's a fun movie.
Yeah.
Now, if we were counting the soundtrack with it, I would definitely go with Spider-Verse. But
yeah, the soundtrack.
We should do that. By the way, Jordan, we talked about it. We should do a tournament of movies with great soundtracks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's actually.
And then just vote on the soundtracks almost more than the movie. So
Django Unchained's got to be on the list.
But anyways, 4-2, Uncut Gems gonna knock out Spider-Verse.
I think you mean Uncut Gems.
Oh yeah, Uncut Gems. Yeah, but we have Ford v Ferrari, which is another
one that's hung on from 2020. It's hung on for a while.
Yeah.
Versus Won't You Be My Neighbor, which we were just talking about. All right.
Yeah.
I'm first. I think in this case, Ford v Ferrari's had a good run. I'm gonna go with the movie. Yeah, another movie that got snubbed. That should have at least been nominated, if not won. Won't You Be My Neighbor is a fantastic movie. I'm glad it at least got released in theaters and people saw it. So, yeah, Mr. Rogers, he's the man. Won't You Be My Neighbor?
Yeah. And for me, I've never really been that high on Ford v Ferrari. I think it's good, but I don't think that it's like some incredible movie. Like I think that it's good, but Won't You Be My Neighbor, though, was a movie that I went to the theater and I bawled my eyes out because I grew up with Mr. Rogers. I watched him all the time as a kid. Like, we need more people in the world like him. So, yeah, I'm going to vote for Won't You Be My Neighbor.
All right.
Chance?
This is actually really tough because I really do love both these films. I'll lean slightly towards Ford v Ferrari because I think racing's a very hard thing to capture on film and make it interesting. Mm-hmm. This one does it. I like the whole business aspect of the Ford company versus Ferrari. I think that Bale's fantastic in the film. And again, if Won't You Be My Neighbor moves on, I'm not gonna be upset about it, but I'm gonna lean slightly towards Ford versus Ferrari.
Okay.
Yeah. Sounds good. Zaddeus, what do you think?
I haven't seen either of the two, but kind of similar to the last side. I remember I wanted to see Won't You Be My Neighbor, but never got around to seeing it. So I'm going with that.
Yeah. Steven.
I'm very happy that James Mangold finally is getting the respect he deserves because of movies like Logan and Ford v Ferrari.
I mean, Kate and Leopold didn't help.
But
Yeah.
I love a lot of his I love a lot of his earlier stuff, like Identity and Copland and Walk the Line. But yeah, since I grew up on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, I'll go with Won't You Be My Neighbor.
Let's see what he does with Indy.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I'm waiting for the trailer. We'll see.
As much as I love James Mangold, I'm still heartbroken that Spielberg's not doing that.
Oh, I'm not. If he did Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, then no.
Okay, Steven. I don't watch it.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay with James Mangold taking over Steven Spielberg did Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. So
you went for this one.
So this is actually really easy for me. Don't get me wrong. I thought Ford v Ferrari was great. It's that perfect dad movie that's like you goes to your dad and it's like he is obsessed with it and it's the greatest movie of all time. That type of deal.
Yeah.
It is one of those type of films. It was really well done. But Won't You Be My Neighbor, like I said, it literally broke my tear sacks to where I cried so hard at that movie that it's now hard for me to cry at other movies because I cried so hard at Won't You Be My Neighbor. So it's for me, Won't You Be My Neighbor just had such a personal connection for me as someone who grew up with Mr. Rogers. And it's just Won't You Be My Neighbor? So I will pick that one absolutely.
Yeah, and also speaking of car movies, I think that the Lamborghini movie is supposed to come out this weekend or something like that. I don't know if it's going to be good, probably not, but who knows?
What Lamborghini movie?
What?
The Lamborghini movie with Frank Grillo and Antonio Banderas that's coming out.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Yeah. So it says the release date is November 18th, 2022. That's 2 days from now.
I don't see it anywhere, but maybe that's limited,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it says limited for theaters, but I think it's going to be on Netflix.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Netflix.
But we got.
By the way, on Netflix, I saw today, RIPD 2 is on there. If any one of y'all are interested in checking that out on Netflix.
Yeah. Andy versus 8th grade. What we got
okay.
Who's up first?
Jordan.
Awesome.
Jordan.
It's me? Okay. Yeah, so I actually watched Mandy for the first time today. I hadn't seen it, so I wanted to watch it before we did this tournament. And Mandy was interesting. That was kind of split. I didn't like the first half of it. I thought the first half of it was just boring. Like they weren't doing that much, or it was just really weird. There's some weird stuff going on where they get kidnapped and all that stuff. But then holy shit, the last about 40 minutes, it freaking amazing. It's so good. But just kind of a split movie for me. But 8th grade, we talked about it the other night. Like this movie just really hit home with me. I think Bo Burnham just captured all the awkwardness of that time period of being in the 8th grade, that time of your life. A lot of relatable things in there, and I even like how he used music as to kind of convey some humor and some tension without really any dialogue on screen. Just her kind of walking around and feeling awkward and stuff. So I think I would go with 8th grade. So
all right, Chance.
Chance.
This is hard because I do like 8th grade quite a bit, but I'm leaning Mandy just because I think the direction that Panos Cosmatos did is actually quite fantastic, and Nicolas Cage is incredible in the film. I think we're gonna look back and see this is kind of because Nick Cage is on an upswing again to movies like this, and Big, and Massive Talent. And I think we're gonna look back and see Mandy was the real start of that, of this kind of Cage resurgence, because he's incredible in this. I like Mandy quite a bit, so I'm going Mandy.
We'll see how he does with this next vampire movie that he's gonna.
Yeah, he's playing Dracula.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. So
you have to try to fuck that up. I feel like it's gonna be good because you have to actively try to make that uninteresting.
Yeah. You got to be like Keanu Reeves level or something. Yeah. But Zaddeus, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with 8th grade for this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds good. Steven.
Haven't seen either, but I think I'm more interested in watching Mandy.
Yeah. Just prepare yourself for some really weird stuff. Really weird. Yeah, but
to quote Pedro Pascal in Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, Mandy is a masterpiece.
Yeah.
It is. And also, and also, I gotta say, because Chance brought it up, Nicolas Cage should have been nominated and won for Pig, but he wasn't even nominated. That was also a travesty. I'm just saying, like, he was that good in that movie, but
I was just like, the problem, like, the Pig had no money. That's the problem. Like, Pig had no money.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you need a studio to lobby for it for the Oscars.
It's Neon though, and Neon that's no excuse because Neon won Best Picture of Parasite.
What was Neon's movie last year?
Yeah,
I guess you'd say maybe Spencer. I guess
I'm trying to check on like what Neon did last year.
Like they did my favorite movie of the year, Worst Person in the World, and Teton, both my favorite movies of that year.
Titan. Is that? I would say Titan. What? So looking at what they did last year.
Yeah. I don't even know if they had a movie last year.
I think their money was behind like Spencer and the Worst Person in the World. They didn't have anything left for Pig.
I guess not. Unfortunately.
Oh, and Flea. Yeah, they had no money left for Pig to campaign for Pig.
Oh because they had Flea and they had Worst Person. That was a great year.
So, does anybody else think, as much as I like it, Pig should have been nominated over Don't Look Up?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh,
100%. Like 150%. Like no contest.
Should have been. Yeah.
Pig was in the top 10 movies of that year, while Don't Look Up was in like the bottom 15 or something.
Yeah.
It's like not it. So for me, these are actually both horror movies. All right. And the reason why is because Mandy, obviously it's a horror movie, but then like I said, I relate so much to 8th Grade that it's honestly kind of scary. Like I honestly kind of consider it a horror movie because I'm like, this is literally my life wrapped up into a movie. It's very scary on that front, like how accurate Bo Burnham got my life. But man, this is hard because Nicolas Cage delivers his best work, some of his best work in Mandy. You are a vicious snowflake. But man, but 8th Grade, that just personally hit me on another level, and so I got to go with 8th Grade here because that was that just has more of a personal connection for me. But Mandy is fantastic.
Yeah. Well, Austin.
I've also got to go with Mandy. I think it helps that the first time I saw it was in a theater too, and it's a very hypnotic, dreamlike movie that works way better if you're just kind of sucked into it and locked into it in a theater with the sound and the cinematography and everything is great. I like coming of age movies overall. It's not my favorite genre or subgenre. I'm just much more of a horror guy, and I think Mandy was excellent. And this was a real big, start of the upswing for Nick Cage. He's great in it. And that last, 30, 40 minutes is so bonkers, but it's so, so great. And the scene with Bill Duke, great too. Good to see Bill Duke again. So I gotta go Mandy.
Well, so since I just watched it, was he fighting the devil in it, or like was it like demons, or what was he? What was it? Just some weird monsters?
So there's actually, as someone who had this background back in the day, like I actually had someone who used to be religious actually connected a lot of religious allegory to it. And I can tell you after the stream, there's actually a lot of religious metaphors that has to do with the 4 horsemen, like and stuff like that, and other things like that. So, and like the Book of Revelation.
Because one guy kind of acts like he's the devil, the cult leader.
Well, it's like it's a biker gang, but they act very like satanic.
I watched this whole thing that I watched this whole thing that went into like that kind of agreed with me about like biblical allegories, and they talked about how like Nicolas Cage's representation for Jesus in Revelations, and so in the Book of Revelation. So it's like there's a lot of this kind of allegorical kind of stuff like that within this context. And also, by the way, we haven't mentioned this. R.I.P. to Johan Johansson, who did the score for the movie. It was his last score he ever did.
I was right. It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I did miss Johan Johansson.
Yeah.
Was he the one that did the score for Arrival?
I don't know.
I think he did.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
So is it Mandy here, or do we have a tie?
Mandy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought it was tied.
Wait to ask that.
Steven voted for Mandy.
Yeah.
And so did you, and so did me, and so did Chance.
Yeah.
I voted for 8th grade.
Yeah. Yeah, he voted for 8th grade. What did you vote for, Zaddeus?
8th grade.
Oh, so maybe it is a tie.
I guess it is a tie.
So.
Okay.
So yeah,
so tie goes to. So we rotate the tie-breaking vote. It just starts at the bottom, and we rotate it every time we have a tie. So Chance actually has the tiebreaker vote, and you can put through either one.
It's Mandy.
So,
yeah.
All right. Yeah. Or we just say that you can stick with it, or you can flip it in the last second if you want to flip. You can flip. So you have all of the power. But you can stick.
Yeah.
All right. So there we go. All right.
Well, we got another holdout.
So that's all out for the year. Book Smart, hanging on.
Oh God! Oh no!
Yeah. Yeah. So, who's up first?
Chance. We're back down to Chance first.
All right. What do you got, Chance?
Booksmart's really good, but it's like a good version of a movie I've seen a bunch. Whereas I was so incredibly impressed by Searching. Just the construction. What? Say that again.
No. I'll talk again a little bit.
All right. Yeah. I was impressed by the composition of Searching, just like the way that if you're gonna commit to a filmmaking style like that, you need to commit like fully. And and the filmmaker Anish Chaganty, he did it in a way that he never breaks away from the mold he creates, because the whole thing takes place literally on a laptop screen, and it all feels organic. Nothing feels forced, and everything moves so organically that you don't even notice that you're watching a laptop screen for the entire length of the film. John Cho's fantastic in it, and it's amazing just how tense the movie can be, despite the fact that you really never leave the same location. So, I'm actually really searching on this one, and also because Olivia Wilde kind of sucks now.
Yeah. Yep. Zaddeus, what do you think?
Yeah, this one is super easy for me. Like, to piggyback off of everything Chance said with Searching, it was super tense throughout this whole movie. At moments, I remember moments in this movie where I just felt honestly like heartbroken for John Cho's character, and then just what it actually was kind of caught me by surprise. So that's not too hard to do, but it did in a smart way in my case. As for Booksmart, as like what I caught behind, I've only seen this movie once, but I couldn't help but see super bad with this movie.
I agree. This is super bad, but with chicks, like that's
exactly. I couldn't help it, but see, and maybe I need to see it again. But yeah, like Searching all the way.
Yeah, sounds good. Steven, what do you think?
I actually liked Booksmart more than Superbad. Actually,
I second that.
Really?
Yeah.
I just don't find it as funny as Superbad.
Yeah.
To me,
I find it more funny. The Cardi B scene killed me. All right, that was to me. I thought that was hysterical.
I thought the joke was fine.
Killed me. But so yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with Super. I'm not Super.
See?
He's going with Superbad. All right, Superbad.
I'm going
All right. It'll be super bad. Moving on.
I got it. Wolf.
No, Chance, you're right. Olivia Wilde does suck now. However, Booksmart does not suck. So
it does not.
I really, really love Booksmart, and I really love Searching as well too. I was really blown away by Searching. I actually watched it for the first time for this tournament, and it was really well done. But man, Booksmart, maybe it's the experience of watching it with the friend that I was in high school with, and we both kind of went through a phase like this during high school. And so it was very relatable for the both of us, that maybe maybe it's that I really love Booksmart. I gravitated a lot towards it, so I have to go with Booksmart here.
Yeah, sounds good. Austin.
Yeah, I like Booksmart. I like a good One Crazy Night movie. One of my favorite little subgenres. Just a night that kind of spirals out of control. But I said it when Searching came up on the other tournament. I think it was the biggest surprise of 2018. That is a movie that nobody had any kind of expectations for, or maybe even was like, oh, just a gimmicky whatever thriller, and it worked. It worked really, really well. Went into it and came out pleasantly surprised at how good it was, and it worked. It just did it to the max. So yeah, if you're gonna go all in, they went all in and made it great. So I'm gonna go Searching.
Yeah, like both these movies are really solid. I think Booksmart is kind of on the same level as Breaking Bad for me. I mean, it's like a coin.
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad. That's like a lot, bro. That's like high praise.
Super bad, whichever one. Yeah, super bad. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah,
Oh,
Breaking Bad's way better. But
I mean,
yeah.
I love Booksmart, but like, man, Breaking.
Yeah. No. Breaking Bad. It does make me laugh sometimes, but not that as much. But
Yeah, bitch. I love Breaking Bad.
But yeah, super bad. Yeah, so it's a coin flip with that. But and yeah, like I really like the bit of having Billy Lord's character just show up everywhere, and she's always acting crazy and like weird and stuff. So
that line that Billy Lord says, like, "Where did you go to college?" Like, "Don't judge me, Harvard." That was like that line. That line was also one.
Yeah.
I thought that was hilarious.
Which like you don't expect it. Yeah. But yeah, Searching though just like blew me away even more. Like it was just really, really good. I think Austin said it best that. Like it's a movie that like nobody expected really anything from, and we just thought it was gonna be one of those that
I just saw it that weekend it came out because there was like nothing else coming out, and I just watched it. And I was like,
well, it's like some of those.
I guess I'll watch it.
It's like some of those horror movies that just take place on a computer screen or like whatever. They all suck, but then this one's good, and so much so that they're gonna make a sequel, which I don't know like what they're gonna do. Probably like an entire new cast, I would imagine. But
I mean, they found the girls. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
I mean, but they're also like doing a Gladiator too, so I don't know how the hell they're gonna do that. But
yeah.
They're making sequels to movies that have endings. It's weird. I don't know.
Yeah, but my vote goes to Searching. So
all right, well, Searching and move on. Right. But there goes another one of our hanger-oners from the other.
I love that poster, by the way, of Booksmart. I thought that.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Nicolas Cage's recent resume, and are you guys sure he's in an upswing? I mean, yes, he has a few good ones, like
this is what makes
Talent, Peg, you mentioned Mandy, but a lot of other stuff that's.
I mean, well, he's also trying to pay off all his debts, but like he's
that's what makes him honestly one of the greatest actors of this or any generation. Is he is so versatile. He can do something like Pig, and then he can deliver something like Willy's Wonderland the next moment.
Willy's Wonderland is a great midnight movie. It's a great midnight horror movie.
Yeah.
So he can just go back and forth and just click it on and off like that.
And Prisoners of Ghostland is batshit crazy too.
Oh, that movie is so much fun.
So anyway,
I watched that at it was the weirdest pick for a Sundance Film Festival movie. I watched that at Sundance that one year that Sundance was virtual, and I was like, this is the weirdest pick for like a Sundance Film Festival movie ever.
One of my friends, like she ran into Nicolas Cage at Disneyland of all places, but like just took like an inconspicuous photo of like Nick Cage in the background buying something at a gift shop and just pretend she's posing for something else, which was kind of interesting. He had weird purple hair. I don't know if he was in disguise or what.
That was for the Dracula movie.
Maybe, huh? Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it doesn't like Nick Cage ass disguise.
Yeah.
But getting back on
Infinity War,
Infinity War versus Bad Times at the Royale, as Moose said the other day.
An alternate poster, which is kind of cool. So it is Zaddeus first. So what do you got?
Okay. This one is I like Bad Times at the Royale, but it's Infinity War. Like, 100%.
Yeah. Steven?
These are both in my top 5 of 2018. I love both of these movies. Since I have a feeling I know which direction this is going to go, I'll give my vote to Bad Times at the El Royale.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Cobra upset.
You say that now, but like watch it go the other way because of you.
Yeah.
Hey,
but-
no, seriously, it's because of him that like and me that Army of the Dead made it into like the finals of like
gross.
I didn't even
That
watch
was because of you.
No,
Steven
voted for it.
pass the
too.
buck.
No,
You were egging on
If
that
the
whole
movie
goddamn
wants my-
thing, Wolf. Don't you
No.
pass the
The
buck.
movie wants my vote,
I
and at least
remember.
it's focus. Shit.
Yeah.
like no, the thing is Steven was like I remember it was 28 Days Later versus that. He's like 28 Days Later has potential to beat my favorite movie on this list, so I'm voting Army of the Dead. So he's still
And you egged it on. You egged it on. You son of a bitch.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Well, anyways, what are you voting?
Anyways, we're getting back to this one. Let's get focused. We're talking
So,
2018. We're not talking Army of the Dead.
But I was very harsh to Infinity War last time that we were on during one of these streams, and I do like Infinity War. Actually, I do still like it quite a bit, but I also have
last time you're rolling your eyes at it. Yeah.
I do have some issues with it though, like major issues with it as well. So for me, I'm actually going to second Steven. I actually thought Bad Times at the El Royale was great. I saw this in theaters opening night, and it was fantastic. I loved it. And I'm blanking on the guy's name. Director Cabin in the Woods.
Drew Goddard.
Drew Goddard.
Drew Goddard. Thank you. He it was a great return for him. And so, yeah, a great cast too. Oh my God, they're all phenomenal. So, Bad Times at the El Royale for sure.
Yeah. Well, Austin, what do you say?
Bad Times at the El Royale is good, but it ain't fucking Infinity War. Y'all are goddamn out of your minds.
Yeah, you're right. It's better than Infinity War.
I just
No, I'm saying
realized
it's not
that
Infinity
this
War.
time
It's
been better.
Infinity War is like leaps and bounds, universes above Bad Times at the El Royale, and it's better than Endgame.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, I don't agree with that take, but I do get it.
Yeah.
It's debatable.
I'm the same way. I don't agree, but I get it. Yeah. But yeah. So Bad Times at the Royale, as Paul Preston pointed out, saying like it's kind of redundant, but I haven't seen it. It is one of 3 movies on the list that I haven't seen, so I can't really say much. But I mean, like it just showed you that it's not one I'm running out to go see. That's not one that like I'm feeling like really excited for. But I'll get around to it eventually. But Avengers: Infinity War is great. I like my first reaction after I saw it in theaters was that I absolutely hated it, and then I rewatched it and I've grown to love this movie and think it's great. So, yeah, I'll vote for Infinity War. A chance?
I mean, okay, I will say I was a little let down by Bad Times at the El Royale, but this is kind of as I'm someone who's a massive fan of Drew Goddard. Like, I think that I love the work in Cloverfield. I love the script for The Martian. I think Cabin in the Woods is fucking excellent. So I was really excited for this, and I think it's good. I don't think it's great. I think it has some interesting things going on. I like the whole, theme of choice being such a big deal about it. But I think in the end, like a lot of things, just like, and I'm just like, eh. But I think it's a good movie. But I mean, it's not being Infinity War. Come on now, it's no.
Yeah. No, but Zaddeus.
That's it. Zaddeus went first.
Oh yeah, he was first. Okay.
Infinity War.
I will say
yeah,
I
Infinity
am
War.
glad Infinity War went through because it is actually my favorite movie of 2018.
And you voted against it.
I guess you could say it's not bad times for Avengers.
My favorite movie of 2018. It's amazing. I'll vote for the other movie.
Yeah.
No, right?
Because I knew Bad Times at the El
Steven,
Royale.
you don't have to be the contrarian all the time. You don't
Yeah.
have to.
Right.
Hey, it makes it
You don't
fun.
have to.
It makes it fun.
Yeah.
You can say that you like that movie and you champion that movie and still vote for the other one.
But like, what if you want to cause chaos?
Part of me wants to go back and change my vote.
The problem is that Jordan and I don't really want to cause that much chaos when we're actually trying to vote for the best movies of 2018.
Yeah.
If it's just some random
We're not really.
hodgepodge of shit, He's fine. But like in this series, we're actually trying to go for the best movies. To be honest, we're trying, or our favorites.
We're one for the best horror movie sequels, or like some random episode like that. We'll do that, but we're not here. So,
all right. Anyways, we got Steven will be first for A Quiet Place and Deadpool 2.
Yeah, Deadpool 2.
Yeah, this is this one is actually really easy. Deadpool 2 is okay, but A Quiet Place is excellent. It's I know John Krasinski had directed a movie previously, but
a couple actually.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. But I think he did a phenomenal job directing A Quiet Place. It's a really exceptionally well directed movie. Great sound design too. Great use of silence. Quiet Place easily gets my vote.
Yeah. Well, Wolfman, what do you think?
So I really like Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
Definitely the superior movies. I gotta go A Quiet Place. Sure.
Sure, yeah. Sounds good. Austin.
Yeah, I don't know if the jokes in Deadpool 2 are going to hold up in a couple of years, but A Quiet Place is still going to hold up. I vote for A Quiet Place.
Yes, I guess we're all whispering now, so I'm going to vote for A Quiet Place because it's great. I mean, they're both great, but A Quiet Place is better. So, yeah. So Quiet Place. Chance?
I'm not going with the bit. I'm gonna be a loud black person in this world, which is why we win. Like Zaddeus, you know, Atlanta got wiped off the map for day one. Atlanta got wiped off the map. But no, I think that I also just do want to talk about just Krasinski as a filmmaker because, like, I've seen his prior work. It's okay, like it's fine, but I think that blew me away. Watching this, I was astounded by what Krasinski was able to do with this film. I just, again, being able to direct like himself and his wife to great performances. The kids are fantastic, and just the sound design and just the way that build tension, I think is just phenomenal. Like, I honestly would have put him in conversation with Best Director this year. I think he did that great of a job with this film. So, and again, I like Deadpool too. I don't think it's like great or anything, but I do like the movie. It's something I will put on. I would gladly put on, but it's not being A Quiet Place. That moves on.
Yeah. We'll say though that I may be one of the few ones that prefers Deadpool 2 over the first one. I do like it kind of.
Yes,
better,
you are.
But...
You are the one.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no maybe. You are the
one. Yep. But Zaddeus?
Yeah, so I'm glad that Chance brought the whispering because this is my whisper voice. Like, I would be so screwed in the world
like I said, like Atlanta place. Wiped off the map.
100%.
Yeah.
I would be so screwed in a world like A Quiet Place. And I would say this: I hadn't seen John Krasinski before this movie, but as someone that never watched The Office before, like I didn't really know much about him. I became a fan of him, and I've seen Emily Blunt in other movies, of course, but I became a fan of him, Emily. Like, this movie that movie is incredible, like, to me, and like everybody's been saying, like, just the fact that all their acting in this type of world, in this setting, was phenomenal. So yeah, A Quiet Place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Quiet
Place will keep moving, and there we go.
Yeah. A Quiet Place. Let's see. We got the girl in the spider's web up against
how the
hell did these move on?
How the fuck did girl in the spider's web make it in?
How did either of these get here?
Because the girl in the spider's web had like zero competition getting into.
Yeah, zero competition.
I don't care what competition is. No.
This is what I fucking mean. Put quality films in this tournament. Like, there are actual quality films.
What about votes, though?
The favorite didn't make the bracket, but this did.
Yeah, because
and Shoplifters isn't even in the tournament.
That were really good, and we don't like period pieces. Me and Austin, at least.
Like Shoplifters, Burning, Star is Born. Like, none of these made the list.
Star is Born was on there. Star is Born was in the tournament.
But Burning.
I think Star is Born is depressing and dull and predictable and bad.
Yeah, same.
But still, Shoplifters and Burning were like not even on the tournament, and they were like some of the best movies.
And you know what you would have gotten in a lot of the panels. I haven't seen Shoplifters, so I'm voting for the other one.
That's what you would have heard. I guarantee you they haven't seen the girl in the spider's web.
Exactly. That's why I'm going to vote for Death Cure.
Because the thing is they'd be like, what sounds like the more interesting movie? You just read the synopses or stuff, and you'd be like, oh yeah, Burning sounds more interesting, so I'll go with Burning. Like it would, it just sounds more interesting than Girl in the Spider's Web. It's like no.
But Austin, right? You're first.
No, Wolf's first.
Okay, Wolf. Okay.
God. Okay, so well, fuck the Girl in the Spider's Web. I'm gonna go with Death Cure. So.
Jesus. Well, Austin,
I think, as I said the other night, The Maze Runner is the best YA franchise that's ever been put on a screen. It's fucking great. And I think it was yes, I would watch it over Hunger Games.
Oh yeah,
because it doesn't have bullshit romances. It has good fucking action, good characters, and it's not boring. I think it builds to some good climaxes, and I think Dylan O'Brien is going to be a star. And yeah, I like those movies a lot.
You say that, but he's continued to not be a star.
he's only 30 years old.
But he hasn't done it. Like everything he tries, he fucking fails.
Oh,
he was great in this last season of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
He was actually. He was funny.
I think he's had a movie that came out during COVID, and he's had he's made some really solid stuff.
That people haven't seen.
Yeah, he had a huge injury during this thing that he's had to recover from too. So I just think he's had a kind of a rough go.
And also, I'll defend Love and Monster. I might be one of the only ones, but I don't care.
I forgot he was Love and Monster.
Oscar nominated Love and Monsters, we should say, by the way.
Well, yeah. I've not seen The Girl in the Spider's Web, so I mean, I think I was one of the ones that never voted for it, and it still made it in. So, but yeah, I'll defend The Maze Runner. I think the Death Cure's the best of the three too, and yeah, Austin said, it doesn't have bullshit romances. The one girl that he kind of likes, she ends up betraying him, so he says "F you" and just goes off to do his own thing, and I like some of the relationships. I like seeing Giancarlo Esposito as an actual good guy for once. So and also Walton Goggins too. I like seeing him pop up in there. So yeah, I'll vote for the Maze Runner Death Cure. A chance?
These ones are both bad, but I guess Death Cure's a little better. So Death Cure.
Yeah. Well, to be fair,
neither of these films are anywhere near this bracket, but fine, Death Cure.
Yeah. Well, it's the fun of tournament fights. There's a lot of chaos sometimes.
It doesn't mean Death Cure is going to win the whole thing. Guys get pissed.
No.
It's not like it's won the whole tournament already.
No, I don't even. It doesn't even be the same breath as a lot of these films.
But the thing is that Burning should be here and Shoplifter should be here, and other films that are far superior.
If anyone else has seen them, I mean, that's the thing.
No one has fucking seen Girl in the Spiderweb. Nobody. Yeah. Okay,
but the thing
I saw it. No, I saw it. It's quite awful.
Okay, he saw it.
The thing is, we did votes in the community to determine a few of these.
You are the one.
Nobody voted for some of those.
We did a poll to determine some of those slots, and nobody had seen and voted for those movies. Well, period.
Don't do polls because they don't choose quality.
Nobody had even seen. Don't worry, he won't get far on foot. That didn't even make it here. So
no one.
They didn't vote for it. But anyways, Zaddeus.
Yeah, this is easy for me, and it's definitely Maze Runner and Death Cure for me. I won't say it's my favorite of the franchise, but I like all three movies, and I'm not sure where this one quite ranks, but I thought it was a good finale for this franchise. And I think it ended at just the right point. Plus, I think it did a good job in a redemption little arc for Gally. Yeah, so going with Death Cure.
All right,
yeah, sounds good, Steven.
So a little bit of a tangent, but when I heard that they had cast Dylan O'Brien as Mitch Rapp, I laughed. He's actually an okay as Mitch Rapp in American Assassin. Now, I like generic spy movies, and that wasn't anyone.
It was in fact one of them.
Yep. Him and Michael Keaton.
Yeah, Michael Keaton was great in that. But Death Cure is actually. The Maze Runner franchise, I didn't care at all for the first one. The second one is a slight improvement, but still not that great. Death Cure has a few decent set pieces that was kind of cool. It's not great, but it's mildly enjoyable. So I'll go with the Death Cure.
Man, what a great movie. A clean sweep for Death Cure. Man, it's a favorite to win the tournament. Let's go.
Yeah, right.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
But let me just like say this real quick. All right, because Girls in Spider's Web, I actually chances and I actually did watch it, but I didn't watch it in theaters. I watched that like on like streaming, and I hated it.
Oh no,
But-
I gave it a shot. I saw it in theaters.
but
Yeah.
it was like okay. Here's another thing though. I watched Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. That movie's way better. How did it beat that? I'm literally going back to your video. Like, how did it like beat Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again?
Wait,
Like,
did it
that
really?
film was
Wow.
actually because that film was actually fun.
Because
That
fuck
film was,
musicals, that's
actually
why.
fun. It's like,
Yeah, exactly. Fuck that.
fuck this.
Fuck Pierce Brosnan
But-
musicals.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
All right, here you go.
Meryl Streep and
We
Pierce
laugh again
Brosnan.
when we have tag here. So I mean, because I had an easy path to its thing going up against Leave No Trace, which might be like obvious. We can just put Leave No Trace through and then avoid anyone voting unless anyone's gonna lobby for tag.
We'll still vote really quick.
I like tag quite a bit, but let's leave no trace.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure, yeah. Then who's first?
Me. Leave no trace.
Yeah, like, unlike I actually like tag too. I think that's fun. Minus.
I didn't realize they ever made a sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Tag too, yeah. But yeah. Except for Ed Helms, like I've never been the biggest Ed Helms fan. Like I don't find him really that entertaining in anything. But the rest of the cast is solid. But yeah, Leave No Trace. I watched for the first time for this tournament, and man, like the performances alone just blow me away. Like Ben Foster, like he has to be the greatest actor to never win an Oscar. Like he's just like really really solid. Like the movie on paper just seems to.
Have you heard of Peter O'Toole?
Yeah.
Or Ralph.
Yeah,
Fiennes.
true. Yeah. But
Yeah.
like on paper, the movie seems a little wonky, but like the performances, like Thomas and McKenzie, like both of them, like they're great. So yeah, Leave No Trace. So a chance.
Leave no trace. Move on.
Yeah. Zaddeus.
Only because I think I was on the list about this with this movie on here a couple months back, and I still haven't seen it.
I remember too because I hyped it up for you a lot. I hyped it up for you a lot, and you got really interested.
I need to still see it, and I just Googled it. And I snapshot it, like screenshot it, just to make sure I see it soon. Thankfully, it's still on streaming. But I'm gonna go tag just to be the odd man out for this one since I've actually seen it.
Sure. Yeah. Steven.
Yeah, Tag has a really fun cast, but I never saw Leaving a Trace, but the trailer looked great, and it looked kind of similar to with that movie with Viggo Mortensen.
This is the much better version of that movie.
Captain Fantastic.
I actually love Captain Fantastic, but Leaving a Trace does look great, so I will go with Leaving a Trace.
Yeah. Wolf.
Yeah, no, both of those were much better, or both of those were awesome, but I prefer Leave No Trace. And yeah, I'm still waiting for the tag sequel too, Duck Duck Goose. I really want that.
Yeah, right.
You know, where's that movie for crying out loud?
Lifelong game of Duck Duck Goose.
Yeah, exactly. Right? But no.
Don't give Hollywood any ideas. Just stop talking.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, watch them actually watch the stream now. And they're like, oh,
Somebody,
somebody
Rover,
all
Rover. Send the movie
Yeah.
over.
you better. Hey, as long as I get the money from that, it's my idea, guys. So as long as I get the money from that,
Yeah.
I'm good. All right. So no,
That's still my idea. Yeah.
but no, Tag's fun. I actually have very interesting memories of Tag because I remember I went for a friend's birthday. Him and I went skydiving, and then that same night we came home and watched Tag. So it was just like a great. So it was just like a great night. I don't know. It was like came home and watched Tag together, and that was just such a fun night. So I have some great memories of that film, but Leave No Trace like actually impacted me like on just a whole nother level. Like this is one of the best movies of 2018, and Thomas and McKenzie and Ben Foster are both equally brilliant in this movie. And just definitely go seek out Leave No Trace if you guys haven't seen it because it's exceptional.
Yeah.
All right.
I thought you were about to tell us that y'all tried to play
Nope.
tag while
Leave
you
no
were
trace there.
skydiving in there.
Actually, we did. No, we
There you
actually
go.
did because we were attached. We were like attached to each other. We were both trying to like come like close to each other like this, and then like I was about to tag him, and he was about to tag me, and then we like completely passed each other like that. So it was just like
Nice.
a total misfire. Yeah.
Did you vote Austin?
Yep. Leave no trace
Okay.
moves on. Mhm.
Cool. All right. So that's the end of the first round. Just got to get to a winner here. So that'll be.
So
we already
now,
talked about it.
now that we
slide
talked
it
about
real
most of
quick.
these, we will pick up the pace just a quick one to get to the winner here and see
Yeah.
what wins the tournament. So we'll go quick, kind of a 10-second or less type thing. Just go with your gut.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks a better movie.
We got,
And we got Halloween 2018 and Fallout.
yeah.
All right.
Responsible Fallout.
So Jordan, you're up first.
I gotta go with Fallout. Yeah.
Chance.
Chance.
Fallout.
Yeah.
And Z-Man.
Zaddeus.
Based off how the franchise is going to fall out.
All right.
Yeah. Steven.
Fallout by far.
Yeah.
Wolf.
Goodbye, Halloween. Fallout.
Yeah. Yep.
I like Halloween 2018, but it's Fallout.
Yeah, I like 2018
Yeah.
a lot too. I just like Fallout more. Fallout.
I like it too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not shitting on it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So scooting on down. Got blind
Blind
spotting.
spotting up against Upgrade.
Upgrade. Okay.
Ooh. those aren't
Yeah,
excellent.
good match. All right.
Yeah.
Well, Chance, you got to go first on this one.
It's tough. I'm gonna lean slightly towards blind spotting.
Blind spotting. Okay.
Yeah.
Zaddeus.
Still want to see Blind Spotting. So Blind Spotting.
Yeah.
Steven.
I'll go with Upgrade.
Yeah.
Wolf.
Wolf. No.
This one's actually easy for me. Like Upgrade, I really did like, but Blind Spotting was in my top 3 movies of that year. So Blind Spotting.
Yeah. Austin.
I'll go Upgrade.
And I've said it before. Blind Spotting is in my top 20 movies of all time, like ever made. So yeah, it's easy for me. Blind Spotting is my favorite movie of 2018. So
All right. Blind spotting moves on.
yeah.
And we'll scroll on down.
I
Love
love
Simon.
Simon. Going up against the Peanut Butter Falcon. Okay.
Okay.
Kind of like coming
Zaddeus,
age
you're
movies.
first.
So,
Yep.
Yeah.
Peanut Butter Falcon.
Okay.
Hangover
Yeah.
from the other year.
All right, Steven.
Yeah. Steven.
Love Simon.
Yeah. Wolfman.
Ooh, this is a conflicting matchup for me because I'm a member of the LGBT community who loves wrestling. So, it's
Yeah.
like a toss up. Man, so
Just go with your comment from earlier. Gay wrestling, right?
gay wrestling, yeah. Totally.
Shows.
So no, so I think I love the Peanut Butter Falcon, but I think I'm gonna go Love Simon here. I just have such a personal connection. So.
Yeah. Well, awesome.
Peanut Butter Falcon wrestling.
Yeah, and I would go with the Peanut Butter Falcon.
Chance.
Chance.
It's tough, but Peanut Butter Falcon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we should mention this is our Elite 8, so all these movies will be moving on to the 2017 ladder series as well, in addition to fighting it out right here. So
Yeah, so the Peanut Butter Falcon makes it a couple years down the
So
line.
it's made it a couple of years. Yeah, it's hung on, and all these will be these Elite 8 will be in the poll in the Showdown Friends and Family group. So we should say that we can let people decide as well. But yeah, all these 8 will move on to the next tournament. So yeah,
Yeah. So we got Creed 2 up against Hereditary. All right.
All right, Steven.
Creed 2.
Yeah. Wolfman.
The Hereditary.
Yeah. Austin.
It's close. I'm gonna go Creed 2.
Yeah, this one is close, but for Ari Aster, I kind of lean towards Midsommar, but here I'll go Creed 2. Chance?
Creed 2 isn't even Michael B. Jordan's best movie of 2018, so Hereditary.
Yeah. And Zaddeus.
Creed 2.
Yep. All right.
Creed 2 knocks out Hereditary.
It actually
Creed
is.
2.
if you're talking
ching, and then
about
knocks
Black
it out.
Panther,
Yeah.
Creed 2 is actually better than Black Panther.
That is incorrect.
Yeah. All right. So that's first half.
I like
we
both. That is
got
incorrect.
Uncut Gems. Gonna play Won't You Be My Neighbor.
Oh, wow, this is like such polar opposite movies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Right,
a guy who would
right.
never make
And
any
I
of
feel-
the decisions that Adam Sandler makes in that movie versus his character in that movie.
Oh,
I feel like we
You
got
learned
this
something,
matchup
Mr.
maybe on like a
Rogers.
previous tournament. Like I feel
Howard's
I've
like
seen
the
this
anti Mr. Rogers. Like this is weird.
Yeah, right.
Hey, but just think about this, guys. If you vote against "Won't You Be My Neighbor," you're voting against Mr. Rogers. So put
It is
that
something
in
to
your
think
head
about,
right now.
Yeah.
That's something to think about.
All right,
Yeah.
Wolf, you're up first. Are you gonna do it?
Me? No, I can't vote against
Watch
Mr.
it
Rogers. Like, what kind of monster
Yeah.
would I be? So no, I can't.
Yeah.
I gotta go. "Won't You Be My Neighbor"? It was my favorite, or
It's
my,
true.
one of my.
Yeah.
It was like my second favorite movie of that year. So
Well, I'm. Let's just put it this way: I'm much more likely to go back and watch "Won't You Be My Neighbor" a lot in the future over Uncut Gems. I'll say "Won't You Be My
Yeah.
Neighbor."
Well, I used to have this birthday card that someone gave me that like had an electronic sound bite of Mr. Rogers telling me I'm special. So, and I saved that and like it lived for years until the battery died. So I'm gonna go with "Won't You Be My Neighbor." Chance.
This is hard, actually. You know, the Safdies are incredible filmmakers, so I'm gonna go Uncut Gems.
Yeah. Zaddeus.
Uncut Gems.
Yeah. And Steven might have a tiebreaker here.
We'll see.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with "Won't You Be My Neighbor."
Oh, it's not a tie. "Won't You Be My Neighbor"? Takes it.
Yeah, nice.
All right.
Won't you be
So-
my neighbor? So yeah.
So
Just-
that's another one
documentary
that's
movie.
Just throwing that
Just
out
hang
there. Just throwing it out there. As Zaddeus and Chance are both hate Mr. Rogers. But,
Well,
It's only because they prefer Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood. That's fine.
right.
Who is it?
Who is it? It's Mr. Landlord. Say hello to Mr. Landlord.
I'm gonna escape out the window here. Yeah. We got
Alien
Andy
Searching. Ooh,
Ouch.
tough one.
All right, and it's Austin.
Yeah, that's a really close one. That's two of my favorites from that year. I'm gonna go with Mandy, but it's very, very close.
Yeah. Well, the tiebreaker here for me to decide is that I didn't really care that much for the first half of Mandy, but I did love the second half of it. But for Searching, I love the whole thing, so I'll vote Searching. Chance?
This is actually like really tough. This might be the toughest matchup so far for me. Because like the weird thing, like they're both like so they're both like so driven by their main characters.
Yeah.
And so judging based on that, performance wise, I'll give the slight edge towards Nick Cage or John Cho. I'll go Mandy.
Yeah. Zaddeus.
Searching.
Okay.
Yeah.
Steven.
I know people love Searching. It's hard for me to envision a movie that's entirely, set in the way it is, being engrossing for the entire length.
A computer, yeah.
Have you not seen it?
You
No, I
got
haven't seen it.
Okay, well, it is. Like that's what's great about it. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
But I'm still gonna go with Mandy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Wolfman?
You know what else is an engrossing laptop movie like that started the whole damn thing and no one mentions it is Unfriended. That's a guilty pleasure. Okay.
I read the game, like Searching just so much better.
Yeah. But no, I really enjoy both these movies. But Mandy, if I remember correctly, I think it was in my top 10 that year. But I really loved Mandy, and I think it's masterful, and the themes of it really stuck with me. And so, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Mandy here.
All right, Mandy will take it. Yeah,
it'll be Mandy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sounds good. We have some horror in here, right?
Searching will be back in January for our found footage / computer footage, I guess, tournament. Since it kind of
Oh, yeah,
falls in that
yeah.
category.
Yeah, it's like there's a new
Yeah, we're
genre
doing
now
that
called
episode,
Screen Life, and I don't
Yeah.
really. It's like I think it's called Screen Life, and I'm just like I just throw it in the found footage.
Found footage, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
doing the
Yeah,
same thing.
yeah.
Get that.
All
But
right.
Infinity War. A Quiet Place.
Oh
Ooh.
God, that's
This-
wow.
To
Yeah.
me, this is the toughest match.
That could be a
Yeah.
championship 2018 tournament,
Oh,
right?
shit.
Finals right there. That could be
It
the
could
finals.
be, yeah.
And one of them's not going to make it into the poll or to the next series. How about that? Wow.
Yeah.
All right, Jordan, you got to
who's
go
up?
first.
Me? Okay. Well, like I will say though that like A Quiet Place, like I think most people, including myself, had a very unique theater experience because you just got to be dead silent the whole time. You can't even like eat candy or like move any wrappers around because you got people looking at you telling you to be quiet. But yeah, Infinity War, man, that movie like really hits hard. Like it's so good and probably just because I'm a big comic book fan, I got a huge just stacks and stacks in my closet. So, and just to see all these characters like on screen and the way Thanos was done was just like the best villain in the MCU. So, I gotta go with Infinity War. Chance.
It's very tough because I was actually interested to see how it did play watching it at home, and I played really well from what I found out. A Quiet Place, I'd say.
Yeah.
It's again, this is not a day on A Quiet Place. I do think it's an excellent film, but I'm going Infinity War.
Yeah.
Zaddeus.
Yeah, Infinity War. Much tougher matchup for Infinity War than the first one here, but yeah, it still moves on.
Yeah.
Steven.
Steven.
They're both actually equally really well made because Infinity War has a lot of characters and separate storylines to juggle, and the Russos did a great job with that. But I swear, Avengers: Infinity War is my favorite movie of 2018. So even though
Quiet Place.
He's doing it again. He's doing it again.
I am doing it again because it's obvious Infinity War is moving forward. So
Well, maybe there's still 2 more votes.
Don't want A Quiet Place to get nothing, so I will give my vote to Quiet Place.
Sure.
I'm just going to mark down how many times Steven votes against his favorite movie of 2018. That's two so far in this tournament. So I'm going to keep track. Yeah.
Well, I like Steven's way of voting because I'm also going to go A Quiet Place. Because for me, I'm gonna go with the one that actually made me choke up because an actual character. Because I knew someone actually when someone died, they're actually dying, which was A Quiet Place.
Gotcha. So
Yo,
weren't dead, but that's fine.
And
they were dead.
It's
okay.
It's like wait, who?
I mean, there are several people that actually died.
Heimdall, Loki, all die in the first 5 minutes, but that's fine. Nobody died. You're right.
But then Loki just comes back because
some bullshit. Because some bullshit.
Yeah, it is bullshit.
A backdoor pilot, which is what Endgame was, just a pilot for fucking Loki. But okay.
That's wildly reductive, but okay, sure.
Yeah.
So Quiet Place for me.
Yeah. Austin.
Well, good for Steven and Wolf. Infinity War moves on.
Yeah. Infinity War.
Steven, I'm going to do your favor and put through your favorite movie of 2018.
Yeah.
You call yourself a horror fan, Austin.
You voted against all the horror movies tonight except for that one.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, we got Maze Runner Death Cure up against Leave No Trace. So.
Jesus. Wow, this is so lopsided.
I think it's Chance first.
I agree. Chance.
It doesn't matter what Death Cure was up against. I was voting against it, so Leave No Trace.
Yeah. Zaddeus.
Only because I've seen it, Death Cure.
Oh, okay. Steven? You do the same thing?
I mean, I did see Death Cure, and I haven't seen Leave No Trace, but Leave No Trace does look great, so I will actually give my vote to Leaving a Trace.
I thought you always vote for the movies
Okay.
you've seen.
Thanks for
and
leaving
not
me hanging,
those.
Steven. Thanks for leaving me hanging.
No. I thought what
Doing
he
the
was
total
gonna,
opposite this time.
I thought what he was going to do is he's like, oh well, since I know where this is going to go, I'm going to give it to Death
Yeah.
Cure because we all know it's going to
Yeah.
go towards Leaving
Hello,
a
Usually in
Right?
every tournament, Steven goes, I can't vote for it because I haven't seen it.
Trace. Yeah.
Yeah, but Death Cure
It's
just
unpredictable tonight.
But yeah, it's my turn soon. And I'm going to say that we're leaving no trace of Maze Runner. Okay, 'cause, yeah,
Right. That's definitely no trace.
leave no trace. Absolutely.
Waka waka. Austin.
Vote for one of my favorite recent franchises and a good finale, Maze Runner.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah. Man, like this one's tough because, like, for sheer performances, yeah,
Wait,
it'll be.
yeah, like how
you
is this
know-
hard?
How is this hard? Like,
Because of that, I'm a big fan of the Death Cure. I don't know, like I just am.
I think that
Leaving no
franchise is
trace
great.
is like
Franchise is
actually
great.
good filmmaking. It's
But I
like-
haven't cast my final vote yet because just from the performances alone, like I got to give it to
Just saying, if you don't vote for Leon Trace, you're sexist because there's a female director. Hashtag women in film.
Oh, yeah, right.
Or you can look at it this way: if you vote for Death Cure, you guarantee a win for Infinity War next round. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I mean, I'll allow a chance to use that because
Well,
I was
you
going to
did
call
no
you all
choice.
homophobic for not voting Love Simon, but I love.
Yeah, I voted for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
So-
yeah.
I only did because I haven't seen it.
Well, Steven would have voted for the one that he's seen. Then it would have been a tie, and Zaddeus would have the tie, and he probably would have gone Death Cure because he hasn't seen it. Yeah. but it didn't.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
All right, so we
Sweet,
got our,
sounds good.
got our Elite Eight. So I mean, they'll be the ones that will advance to face the next round. But we'll just get to the best of 2018 or / whatever ones come to compete against these ones. So sorry, zoom it out. Fallout versus Blind Spotting.
All right.
All right, so it'll be
Zaddeus.
Zaddeus.
You fall out.
Okay.
Yeah,
Steven?
Steven.
Yep, Fallout for me too.
Wolfman.
God, this is actually hard because both of them were in my top 5 of that year. But Blind Spotting was a little higher in my top 5 that year, so I'm gonna have to say Blind Spotting.
Yeah. Austin.
I'm gonna go Fallout.
Yeah. Fallout's at least my third, if not fourth favorite Mission Impossible movie, but I still
Third or
really
fourth?
like it though. Yeah.
Third or
I like-
fourth?
I was saying the
I
same
like Ghost
thing. I
Protocol.
was saying the
I like
same
Rogue Nation
thing.
better.
What is
And then
wrong
sometimes
with you
MI3. Like, yeah.
Even you
I mean,
now,
I-
Wolf.
I like
Hell.
all of them.
Yeah.
So, but like Blind Spotting's awesome. So I got.
All right,
I gotta go with-
what three did you have above it?
I had Ghost Protocol, Rogue Nation, and MI3. So
Oh Jesus Christ! No.
yeah. So
He
But-
even said that he might prefer Mission Impossible 1 over it earlier.
That's
Yeah, and
that's
also one,
ridiculous.
like-
Yeah, I was.
I'm
So
gonna
Mission
defend it.
Impossible one's a
Yeah.
different movie, though.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I,
like-
I love
I like one,
different film.
but that's ridiculous.
No.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Like probably I like Fallout maybe a little more than the first one, but those other 3 I like more. So I'll go with Blind Spotting.
ridiculous. You're ridiculous.
Chance.
Chance.
I mean, again, Blind Spotting is really good, but you can't fight the friction. Fallout.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, Fallout's in the final 4. All right.
Fallout. All right.
I need something because all my movies are getting axed.
I feel
Well, it's hard to bet against Tom Cruise, so I don't know.
I
least
mean,
lately.
apparently, shit. How can I make $1 billion? I don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah, but we got Peanut Butter Falcon versus Creed.
I love that
2.
movie. I'm just shocked it made $1 billion.
Yeah, so I think it'll be Steven first.
Steven.
I'll go with Creed 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Peanut Butter Falcon.
Yeah. Austin?
Perfect with jelly, by the way.
Yeah.
Creed 2.
Yeah, I think I gotta go Creed 2. Chance?
Give me 1 second. I'm trying to remember where I had Peanut Butter Falcon ranked on my list for that year.
Yeah.
Because like I like both of these.
Yeah.
You know, my fan of Michael B. Jordan will win out here, so I'll go Creed 2.
Yeah.
Haven't
All right.
voted for the entire goddamn time, but I'll go Creed 2.
Sure, yeah. Was that you?
Creed 2.
All right.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
Creed
Pretty
2.
wrong. You were wrong. Creed 2. All right, in the final four. So,
On the other
all right,
side.
so we got that half. Let's go to Won't You Be My Neighbor versus Mandy. Here you go. Total opposite.
Jesus
Oh.
Way opposites.
That is, talk about
Yeah.
vastly
Yeah.
different.
It's a funny matchup. Yeah. Vastly, yeah.
Wow.
So, it'll be
right,
Wolfman.
Wolfman.
You're up first.
Yep.
Oh man, vastly different movies. But
You
Won't
hate
You Be My
Mr.
Neighbor
Rogers?
was my no, I don't. In fact, it was my second
You absolutely
favorite
hate him.
movie of that year. No, don't worry, I'm not Zaddeus and Chance Ellison.
No, just kidding.
They like hate him apparently for putting through whatever else. For putting through Searching. No, for me though, I'm gonna definitely have to go with Won't You Be My Neighbor.
Yeah. Austin?
I like Mr. Rogers, but I like Nick Cage more. Mandy.
Yeah. Yeah, like I'm a massive Nick Cage fan too. Like even some of his bad movies, like even like Drive Angry, despite Amber Heard in that movie, I'll even like have some fun with it. But I mean, it's not Won't You Be My Neighbor. It's like one of the best documentaries I've almost ever seen. So I got to go with Won't You Be My Neighbor. A chance.
I'll side with the Raj on this one. I'll go Won't You Be My Neighbor.
Yeah. Zaddeus.
I see you, Mr. Roger. Mandy.
Oh, all right.
Wow. Zaddeus just has it out for Mr. Rogers.
I watched hours of this show. I didn't learn shit.
Yeah. All right. Well, Steven?
You're muted.
I really enjoy Drive Angry. I love that one. But Won't You Be My Neighbor?
Yeah.
All right. Be my neighbor.
In the four. We're in the final four. Nice. Which is cool. We got Infinity War against Leave No Trace.
Leave No Trace. All right.
All right, and it's Austin.
Yeah, easy. Infinity War.
Yeah, this one's easy for me too. Infinity War. Chance?
It had a good run. I like Leave No Trace a lot, but it's Infinity War.
Yeah. Zaddeus?
Infinity War.
Yeah. Yep. Steven?
You gonna do the third time?
Yes, do it. Do it, please.
Might as well, Steven.
I haven't seen Leave No Trace, so this time I will actually go with Infinity War.
Yeah. Wolfman.
Well, I can tell you, Steven, that you should see Leave No Trace because it's better than Infinity War. So I'm gonna.
I highly doubt that.
I'm going to say you never know. Don't answer for him. He could very well.
Knowing Steven, I think.
Knowing Steven, I know Steven more than you do. Wolf, I don't think he's gonna say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Leave No Trace is one of the best movies of that year, and Avengers: Infinity War is just. It's a good Marvel movie, but Leave No Trace is excellent. So
Well, it's fair, but it'll be Infinity War. So, all right. So I think we got our final four here.
So championship here, and I believe we have Creed 2 against Fallout. All right.
Yeah.
So Jordan, you're up first.
Let's see. I think probably this time I got to go Fallout. So I'll vote Fallout. Chance.
Okay. Nah, this isn't hard. Fallout.
Yeah. Zaddeus?
This is kind of tough because I've watched both of these recently, but I'm going to say Creed 2. Just see what.
Yeah. Steven?
Yeah, I'm gonna surprisingly go for Creed 2.
I swear to God.
Yeah.
I swear.
I don't know.
Steven's Mr.
We'll see.
Action. That's fine.
Yeah. Well,
I hate to break it to Michael B. Jordan. He may be Adonis Creed, but he can't fight the friction. So, Fallout.
yeah, exactly. So, and Austin?
Fallout. I'm gonna put it.
Yeah. All right.
Creed 2 had a great
Fallout.
run, but it's Fallout.
I'm just like, I swear.
Yeah.
I swear I'm gonna pinch somebody who's scream.
Yeah, right. Serious. Yep.
Uh,
So yeah, Won't You Be My Neighbor versus Infinity War. So
Oh my God. Okay, so I just think about this, guys. If you vote Infinity War, then you just made Thanos snap Mr. Rogers.
You don't know
Out
that.
of-
He could have been the one that wanted to survive. You don't know that.
Yeah.
I love Infinity War. Party wants to see Tom Cruise versus Mr. Rogers.
yeah. That'd be,
Sure.
oh, man, that'd be great.
Anyways,
How
Chance
that
went
interaction
first.
would go. Yeah.
Again, like I said, Party wants to see Tom Cruise versus Mr. Rogers.
Yeah.
But again, like Infinity War was higher on my list, so I'm going Infinity War.
Yeah. Zaddeus?
Infinity War.
Yeah. Steven?
No, yes. I love Won't You Be My Neighbor, but if it's two movies I love and one of them's a documentary, I usually will go for the one that's not. So, Avengers: Infinity War.
I was
Yeah.
swear he was about to go the other way.
Yeah.
No, I know where it's going. So
Yeah. Steven? I mean, sorry. Wolf. I mean,
Jeez. Y'all just want Thanos to just wipe out Mr. Rogers, apparently. So, no, I'm gonna go with Mr. Rogers. By the way, if it would have all been settled if Mr. Rogers was there to all he would have had to do is come to Thanos and like, I'm sure there are times when you do feel blue, Thanos. I feel blue too, and he's like comforting, and he's just comforting
Yeah.
Thanos, and then just Thanos is
wait,
automatically
was
feels better about life.
Paddington 2 not
Yeah.
on this bracket at all?
no, because I think we had it in like a previous one, right? Because
No,
I
I
think,
No,
like,
no, it was
It's going to
because
be in 2017 because it's got a
Oh,
weird.
oh,
release
yeah.
date.
Yeah, well, yeah, like
Yeah,
it was a UK release in 2017, but like nobody in the States saw 2018, so it qualifies for next year. All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
It'll be in the
so
next
it'll be
one.
in-
Yeah,
Well, because
it will be
I
there.
mean, you missed an opportunity because like Paddington versus Mr. Rogers would have been like the ultimate,
Yeah,
like
yeah, that would have been like
Well,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean we can't still get it because Won't You Be My Neighbor, as part of their ladder series, will
That's
be
true.
competing
That's
with
true.
those.
Yeah.
So it actually will. We could still get the match. We could.
I should
So
forgot
it'll be
about
there.
that. Fair enough.
It'll be there.
Which one warms your heart more? Yeah, but for the graphic though, like I just like grabbed a generic graphic and
Well,
for
apparently, what
the-
warms your hearts more is seeing a
thumbnail?
bunch of Avengers.
And-
die.
and I tweaked it a little bit because it is on the
It's efficient,
actual,
Yeah.
thumbnail there. You can see it there.
Yeah, it was just a quick
But-
one.
Yeah, I just made it quick, but yeah, Austin.
Yeah, I haven't seen Won't You Be My Neighbor like 20 times. Infinity War.
Yeah. Yeah, like it's gonna be Infinity War, and also I'm just thinking of like what would be a better matchup against Fallout. So Infinity War.
All right, so it would be Infinity War versus Fallout, two of the best action movies of that year. So
No,
Yeah.
Tom Cruise going up against Mr. Rogers would be like, and then
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Mr. Rogers would be incredible.
Yeah.
anyway.
I
But
think all four of these movies were actually in my top 10 of that year.
yeah, so
all right, so Z-Man, you will be up first. Fallout, Infinity War. What do you got?
yeah.
Real quick, I just want to say, seeing these two graphics together, I would really love to see what Ethan Hunt and the Impossible Mission Force would have done to try to get the Infinity Stones from Thanos. But
Mhm.
it was going to Infinity War.
Yeah,
That would have been great to see.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Infinity War.
Okay.
Yeah.
Steven.
Steven.
Infinity War.
All right.
Yeah.
And Wolf.
Y'all are insane. Fallout is one of the best action movies of that that decade and maybe of all time. It's one of the best of all time. But like Infinity War, it's not even in the top 10 greatest comic book movies of all time. So it's like
I disagree with that.
Relax.
Relax.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
disagree with that. You're in the minority.
Yeah.
I'm not in the minority. People say Dark Knight, Logan,
Yeah, I think you are.
stuff like
Infinity
that.
War.
but,
You're right. Yeah,
you
Dark
know,
Knight, Logan, Infinity War.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, well, Austin.
Infinity War.
Yeah, like I will say that I like Endgame over in Infinity War, but I'll still vote for it here
Same.
because I like it better than Fallout. So Infinity War.
And Chance, bring it home.
I mean, yeah, but mathematically, mathematically doesn't matter. But you know what? I'll ride my boy Tom Cruise. But I'll go Fallout.
Sure, yeah. And I honestly wouldn't mind seeing this crossover in like an alternate
Chance is
universe.
my
I
favorite.
know, it would be
That's
great.
what he said.
I want Tom Cruise as Superior Iron Man. Like I'm genuinely
Yeah,
want
right.
that.
I wanted to see
seriously.
that in Multiverse of Madness. I wanted to see him take a helmet off and it'd be Tom Cruise under the Iron Man armor.
Yeah,
I thought that
right.
would be amazing. So
Yeah, didn't they
Well,
say that?
Whatever comic movie gets Tom Cruise, that's the greatest of all time.
Mhm. Yeah. Yep,
Yes,
and your
they
winner,
didn't
Infinity
bother
War. So.
all right, there we go.
Asking Tom Cruise because they didn't think he'd be able to do it.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. You would have been able to, but yeah, but that was a fun time. Thanks, guys. So that'll do it. So we'll just do some plugs and then we'll get out of here. So we'll start with a Chance. Are you still angry? And where can we find you?
I mean, yes, very much. Because Black Klansman won out round 1, and then we had to deal with Death Cure going forward. Coming to our channel for 91. Check out my podcast, Stories by Chance. Our episode on Thinner is coming out very soon.
Yay!
And check out Left Side.
With not RoboCop, lesser RoboCop.
Yes, with the RoboCop that nobody remembers.
Yeah,
Robert John Berg.
Yes.
I got me on Left Side Strong Side and PJ Campbell Network. If you like football, we talk about the week of football that happened. We talk about the games, talk about the coming weeks, and just a series of clips that I made in my off time. So, that's on the PJ Campbell Network, and yeah, that's it for me.
All right, thank you.
And the Eagles finally lost. Finally, it finally happened. But anyways, Zaddeus, where can we find you?
Cowboys can capitalize.
Yeah.
Sorry, you just made me think how the Cowboys felt again.
Yeah.
But y'all can find me on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram at Zaddeus Smith. That's ZA2DsEUS. Also, I recently started posting stuff on my YouTube channel. I'm not even sure if you can just search my name, but I've been playing the video game The Quarry. Just did a little playthrough of that.
Nice.
Online, so, yeah, enjoying it so far. But go check out. And again, on Facebook, I do a lot of the multiplexes with the trivias and stuff like that. Things like that.
Nice. Sounds good. Steven, where can we find you?
All the social media. And I guess tomorrow. Oh, I just found out while we were doing this, I'll be on Classic tomorrow on Full Metal on the Full Metal Media channel.
Nice. Sounds good. Cool.
Hopefully getting my fourth win.
Yeah, right. And you show up on here a lot, so we'll probably see you back on here, So yeah, but Wolfman, where can we find you?
So you can find me on my YouTube channel, Mega Movies, where I do a bunch of reviews, watch-alongs, reactions, all sorts of fun stuff. And tomorrow, I'm having Austin on the channel for what is going to be an event, an ultimate event, Thanksgiving drinking game. So you guys can.
It's a 67-minute movie, and we might be dead by the end of that hour.
Are you gonna survive it? Yeah.
God, because watching that today sober was like,
oh my God,
experience.
and we've got quite the drinking game that we might barely have any time to sip or to talk. It might just be all constant drinking. So we might be dead.
We'll do an intro, but I don't know how the outro is going to go. The outro is going to be like all over the place, wonky, probably because of us being so drunk. But
tune in while I'm working, so that'll be fun.
Yeah. There's that plus my awards roundtable talking about the Oscars is coming back this week. So there's definitely some fun stuff to look forward to. So make sure you like, subscribe, share, do all that fun stuff. And
yeah. Sounds good. Well, Austin, where can we find you?
Yeah, I'm in a couple of tournaments right now. I'm in the Movie Battleground tournament over on TMG Entertainment. I'm in the semifinals right now, so you can check me out over there. I'm in the semifinals of Jordan Owen's A Show About Trivia tournament, so we'll be taping that pretty soon, me versus Antonio Chavez. And I'll be on Malcolm's Rankum show on Sunday talking 2000s dramas. And then, just all over this channel, obviously. So co-hosting all the time.
Yeah. And Austin, you might have a rival for like the amount of like physical media because like look behind Chance. It's, like,
I know. I'm a physical media guy, just like Chance. So
Yeah.
mine are just along the side of the wall next to me, and instead of directly behind me. But
Austin's got thousands of movies. So.
Yeah, I love physical media. Buy physical media. Keep it alive, people.
Yeah.
I love Chance's background there. Just all the movies.
He's in the library, yeah. but you can find us on all the social medias at Movie Hero 2121 on Twitter and Instagram. You can find us in the Schmut on Friends and Family, where within the next day or two we should have the poll up for this championship episode. You can give your thoughts on what we had for our Elite 8, which will be going up. We're moving technically down the ladder to face the movies of 2017, which we'll be doing in December, which we'll have 2 because at the end of the year we always do the best movies of that year right before New Year's. So we'll be doing the best of 2017 plus best of 2022. So we'll have 2 of those. We also have a Patreon. If you go to patreon.com/moviehero, you can find a lot of the exclusive episodes. We'll be doing some giveaways on there. We have an extended schedule that goes all the way until mid-April. So if you want to get a little look at what we have coming up, that's more than we normally release. You got to be a member of the Patreon. You can sign up for those episodes early if you go over there. And we'll also be doing an exclusive episode this Monday to kind of get ready for Survivor Series coming up. So we're going to be doing best wrestling intro songs over on the Patreon, where on the Patreon we can actually play all the songs because we're not going to get any copyright strikes over there. So we'll be listening to them and we'll be going for our favorites. So it'll be fun because I'm like the casual wrestling fan of the group. So like I know maybe like 6 off the top of my head, and then beyond that it'll be just like whatever song I like better, I guess. So yeah, but it'll be fun. So got a bunch of wrestling fans on that episode. And then just a little preview of what we have coming up for tournament fights and tier ranker fights. We'll be doing our best franchise episode on Friday. So it'll be our championship episode. So we did the same thing, a 3-part series, and it'll be best franchises with 3 or more in the series. Then we'll be doing a bunch of the favorite episodes for some of our regular guests. So we have Richie Nemo, Good Cares Part 1, and then right in the middle for Thanksgiving we'll be doing best movies with awkward family scenes. So like your awkward dinner scenes, your awkward like bring the boyfriend or girlfriend home to meet the family, that kind of thing. But then we'll be back to Brian Nussbaum's 128 championship. We'll have Richie's top 128 part 2 coming up sooner than you think. We'll have Jacob Owens' top 128 championship, and then we'll also have Ross Bristow, another friend of the show, doing his top 64 because he has not done his 64 yet. So, and then we'll also be doing the best Christmas characters of all time for a little Christmas episode coming up, and then we'll be doing our best movies of 2017 for December, and then just one extra one. We doing a 3-way battle that'll be Spielberg versus Scorsese versus Tarantino movies. So we're gonna kind of try our best to split their filmography evenly. I know that they don't all have the same amount of movies, but we're gonna do our best to split that even as we can. So
I liked Austin's idea of like adding like True Romance in there and that's
yeah, we could add
We'll do that to balance it out.
just to make it
Mm-hmm.
more balanced. So.
Yeah.
Bro, yeah. Do those. But yeah, I think that'll do it for us tonight. So thanks again, guys, for being on this episode. That was fun to finally get to the bottom of that, and we'll see 8 of them in the next best movies of 2017 coming up. So, but for Chance, for the Z-Man, for Steven, for Wolfman, for Austin, I've been Jordan, the Movie Hero Anderson, and we'll see you next time.